let me know if you're live. No views. What's up with that? What the fuck? Are we live? Let me know. And can we hear audio? Good. Just started pulls. Nice. Amazing to hear. Lots of guys. Advice for you, stop this live. Bitcoin is going. Advice for you, stop this live. Bitcoin is going down unless you want to sell your coins. See, you're the exact kind of person that this video is going to help so fucking much. Stop going live. Bitcoin is down. But I am currently printing $246 every single day. This is dibbled, by the way. This is not accurate. It's like $150. So audio is good. Is SUI USDC LP good one to start with? I wouldn't recommend it. Depends on your range. Okay. I've not been live in a while, guys. I'll tell you why. Because so fucking busy with the group. But portfolio check. How much you guys down on your portfolios? Drop in the comments. Today I am down $61,000. Exactly. So once you guys understand what we're going to talk about today, you'll start to fucking love this market. Okay? This is not realistic. This is like $150. $7,000 per month of a 39K port. This is really like 4K, but just because it's going so volatile, you're getting paid so much more. Is it bad that I love when the markets crash? Yes. So a lot of people are getting fucking wrecked right now. 40% down. Crazy, right? I'm down $61,000 today. This was like 3 years, 40-hour weeks for me back in the day. It's crazy. You guys are an inspiration to this old man. 75% at all. You're in some shit, but that's okay. So what I want to do today, I just finished my group call in my 10K Fast Track product. And I thought I'd just share everything that I gave them for you guys to do what you want with it. Not what you should do, what I'm doing. Because I think it's very interesting. Because we had that specific comment that really is the perfect comment for you. Advice for you, stop this live. Bitcoin is going down. These people don't understand. And I get it. I totally get it. Okay, cool. Let's get into this. So this is going to be a video that I make. I'm literally going to Thailand in 2 days. So I thought I'd jump on here if I had time after the group call and give you guys before I release this on the kind of main channel. So here's how you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in the market right now. And this is all relative. It could be hundreds of dollars. It could be thousands of dollars. It's all relative to your portfolio. Let's just be fucking honest. But the market right now is fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. Amazing. Absolutely terrible. And regardless, if you're a hodler right now, I just checked $61,000 in a loss. If I was only doing hodl strategy, this would be me. It's fucking sad and an absolute disappointment. Okay? Well, this is DeFi investors right now. If you guys know how to manage your ranges, like, this is fucking crazy. Okay? And again, this is not accurate. This is just for this specific time. But it does make a difference, and that's what I want to give you guys for free. So what I really mean by that, the strategy I'm going to give you today is something I'm doing. I'm running a Thailand mastermind kind of portfolio for you guys. As I've shared many times, I'm only doing this currently now on Ethereum. I will get to questions at the end of that, don't worry. But here's the current portfolio. $39,000, not really interested about the dollar value. This is going to go down if Ethereum keeps going down. But here's what I want to talk about. It's this specific one right here. These ones are cash flow, but this specific pool right now, and again, there's other ones that we found as well that you can do. I'll answer all questions. It's absolutely fine. There's a reason why I'm doing this range. It's Ethereum USDC. It's paying 159%. Again, this will be 80-90% normal ranges, right? Or normal fees, just the market's going so crazy. And here's the reason why. These two, okay, let me just break this down for you guys. Let's talk numbers. So I made this video this morning because I'm going to film at the studio before I go to Thailand, but I probably don't have enough time. 4,700, 7,500 right now. I just want to talk about the numbers, right? So that's $160 every single day, 1.19, that should say a week, okay? And I just want to open your guys' mind what's so possible right now with the market, where you don't really give a fuck about the market. Like, the goal for this portfolio was to hit $3,000 per month, and this is what you guys need to ask yourself before we talk about this specific pool. Well, does that hit the goal? Yes. Well, because the average guy I calculated in the 9-to-5 job is making about $3,000, $3,500, okay? So my goal is to show you guys what's possible, and especially in our group for the guys that are there, and hopefully you appreciate me just showing you this for free. Hopefully you can just take it away and do what you want. Replace Ethereum with whatever coin you have. I'll show you some pools, etc. that you could run this off. But this is where you become Mr. Monopoly Man, okay? Because Mr. Monopoly Man, in this scenario, this is the hodler right now, okay? This is the hodler right now. I'll answer questions, but don't worry, I'll get to all questions. So here's the magic on how this works, right? So you might be asking why I have two ranges. These ranges are the exact same. I just entered twice by accident, but it's exactly the same pool. All these pools are the exact same, but you might notice there's a 70% range and a 37.5 range, okay? And I'm going to break that down. The 70% range, and this is what's so crucial, okay? And I've charted this out. If and when Ethereum hits this 1.5K, okay, that might happen, it might not happen, but I am printing so much money in this range, okay? So much fucking money. And what I'm personally doing is I'm banking the stable coins to buy Ethereum if and when we get to that price. So I win on the short term, the long term with Ethereum going down. I make a fuck ton of money. My top of the range, and again, nobody should be copying this is just what I'm doing. My top of the range is like 3.1. Okay, so if Ethereum starts to go up, this is so unlikely, but let's just say it does. Well, I'll win because I make a bunch of fees as well, and I get a quick 2 to 3K, whatever the price would be on this. So I'll win on the top end. So you guys need to understand, people are getting wrecked on the hodleway, and some people are not understanding how to manage liquidity pools in ranges. I'm happy with Ethereum going to 1.5K. I would be out of the pool. I would still have the pool. I'm not going to take the permanent loss, but all the fees I'm going to make here, I'm going to be able to buy a fuck ton of Ethereum here. And when that Ethereum pool comes back in range, I'll start printing again. Caveat number 1, that's a big tick. If we reverse, I win either way. I get cashed out to USDC and I'm on to the next pool. So this is why I advocate wide ranges that suit your asset. And this is really only on Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana if you want, but I don't think it's worth it right now because you're not getting paid as much as what you're getting paid right now. And Ethereum is way stronger. This is how you run liquidity pools in markets like this. You win on the way down and you win on the way up. You cannot lose on this pool unless Ethereum goes to 0. That's the only way you lose. And if Ethereum goes to 0, it's fucking game over. So this is the difference between guys running pools with this tight range or delta range. You have to sell, or you have to wait, or you have to swap back to, you have to re-enter this pool, and you have to take a permanent loss. This is not the way to run it, okay? Just understand the difference. Does that all make sense? 99% of your audience don't have capital like that. Well, that's true, but if I can help 1%, I still help a fucking hundreds of people, which is exactly what we do in the 10K Fast Track group. And again, I'm giving you this for free, so you don't have to buy that. So you're making a great fact. 99% of audience don't have that, but that's the fucking 99%'s fault, okay? It's not about the $40,000 or the $39,000 portfolio. You can do this with $4,000. It's just relative, right? Eventually that $4,000, if you play a strategy like this and you get it going, you can be here. And the guys with 40K can be at 400K. So that's a stupid ass comment, bro. I love you. I respect you. But that's a stupid ass comment because it doesn't matter what somebody else has in their wallet. What can I do for that? That's about the personal individual. The whole goal is if you're $4,000 portfolio, $3,000 portfolio, and you're watching it lose and lose and lose on Ethereum or Bitcoin, we can start making up for that plus more in pools. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so basically, we've talked about the ranges, etc. And my whole goal is I am just banking the USDC. You can already see I've made $398, and this is for a rainy day. Okay, this is for a rainy day if and when Ethereum gets to that 1.5K, which is so likely right now. But guess what? I'm going to be able to buy a couple Ethereum, maybe more, maybe less. It just depends how long we go there for. And this is what guys don't understand. Guys are running tight ass ranges, getting impermanent loss all the time, resetting their ranges, and getting less Ethereum. If you're running an Ethereum and USDC pool, and you have less Ethereum than what you started with, you're losing. You're losing. I'm giving you the recipe, exactly. So you need to guys have to start thinking about this, right? Because you're getting just paid stupid amounts on a wide range. And again, my scenario is not your scenario. I win if we go here because I'm banking USDC and I'm buying back Ethereum and maybe I'm scaling to another pool. In between that, I'm getting so much fees. And if we go back to 3.1, 3.2K, it's so unlikely right now, well, I'll get cash out to USDC and I'll win as well. So you can't lose on this example. Again, the only way you lose is if you do this. That's your bottom range. That's your top range. That's when you lose. Exactly. The amount you feed, your portfolio size is irrelevant. It's $4,000, it's 40 grand, it's 400,000, it's 4 million. That is totally irrelevant. Portfolio size is irrelevant. It's about the percentage you get per month, and what ranges and what asset you're trying to accumulate on. That's the most important thing, because you're at $4,000 today, for example, for the smaller guys that comment kind of referred to. So what? Who the fuck cares, bro? I've been at $4,000. I've been at 400. I've been at negative $4,000 before. Okay? Negative. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay, let's keep going. And these positions, the 37.5, and here's how this is a double whammy, right? This is what most people don't understand. Most people just run these pools and they forget about this pool. So these pools, okay, let me just show you. These pools will probably come out of range. 2.1. We're about $300 off that, 2.2, give or take. These pools will probably come out of range, okay? So there's two things I can do. I can rebalance and bring the low range bottom, but again, I don't really want to do that. My whole goal when I start pools is to always cover my pools. So if these come out of range, that's fine. They're doing their job right now. They're making 300%. That's fucking crazy, okay? If and when, morally, when these pools come out of range, I still have this other one that still keeps me printing. I always want at least one or two pools printing. Always at one time, because Ethereum will come back to the 2.2K range eventually, okay? And when that happens, I still want one position prim, okay? And if we do go to 1.5K, here's the caveat. I will start a new pool at this bottom range using the USDC that I'm accumulating right now in my MetaMask from these pools to put an even lower Ethereum pool, okay? At maybe, I don't know, $800 to like 1.5K, collect here, finish with that one, get back into 70, collect here, and then start collecting here once these reopens. You need to have constant pools that constantly pay you, because there's nothing worse than having a pool and you're just sitting there. You don't lose any money, you're sold to their asset, but you're not understanding the difference of pools, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Again, I'm not telling you what you should do, I'm only telling you what I'm doing. You can find, like Ethereum might not be your coin, but I just don't think there's much safety in the market with Ethereum. You can get Solana, you can get XRP, but anything below that is just way too risky, man. And you're getting paid more than enough on Ethereum, man. You can make it fucking work. Some of you guys might be asking why I'm not doing Bitcoin. The rates are nowhere near as close to Ethereum right now. I would love to do Bitcoin, but they're about 1/3 of the rates with Ethereum. And Ethereum for me is fine enough. I think they're both going to go up in the long term. And here's the difference. Short term, you don't understand. Guys that are running pools, don't fucking mind if the price is volatile to the downside. Because if you have wide ranges, you're getting paid so much. The hodlers fucking mind. The market's going terrible. Like, if I was just a hodler right now, man, this absolutely stings where I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I know long term this is going to be fine, but I need income, I need cash to buy the dips. And if you can understand what you're doing there by providing liquidity with your assets, you completely change the game, man. Exactly. So, very important. So, this is how you can win regardless of the price of crypto. I'm not saying to copy and paste this, by the way. Again, what I'm saying, the whole goal of this is regardless of your ranges, you're always going to be printing with those wide ranges, and the fees you're earning, you can keep looping this strategy. Okay. So again, this is a portfolio for the Thailand guys in 1 month. I'm literally going to Thailand in 2 days. So if you guys have questions, bash them on. I need to pack my bags, but I just wanted to show you a strategy because I know loads of people in the crypto niche are going to have buy this coin, the market's crashing. What do we do? Videos are not going to help you. Hopefully this video will not tell you what to do, but inspire you to fucking set up some pools using what we taught here, not fucking tight ass ranges and shit coins. Okay. This is what I'm doing every single day. Okay. And this is my small portfolio. You can imagine what my real portfolio is. You add a zero to this almost, and that's per day right now. Okay, this is it. This is the framework. And I don't care if you're starting with $4,000 or $400 or $4 million. It doesn't fucking matter. You guys need to get income. You guys need to be finding ways to buy coins when the market's cheap. Because how much Bitcoin are you going to want if it goes to $50,000 and Ethereum goes to $1,000? You're going to wish you had so much cash. And you're not going to get that by doing the same thing you're doing right now. Your assets are going to be worth less. And some of you guys might even sell. And that pains me to think that some of you guys are going to sell when the market's so cheap. Because we know where we're going in the long term. We know we're going there. But the issue is when you need cash flow to buy assets and you don't have cash flow. All right, I'll get to questions. So, and that's how you create infinite money if you know what you're doing, by the way. This is dead ass real. That's how you create infinite money if you know what you're doing. Okay, very, very serious. And I show you this guy. I know there's probably a lot of DeFi investors out there. They maybe show you, they maybe don't show you. It doesn't really matter to me. Everybody's on their own journey. But like, you need to have something like this built in. It doesn't have to be these pools. It doesn't have to be these coins. But for the love of God, set some ranges on your coins where you're capturing lows. The issue is if you're doing low market cap coins, you don't know where the lows are. Okay, Ethereum could very well break below the 1.5k, and that could happen, and it could go down to these lows here back in 2022's bear market. Don't think it's going to happen. We're at 2026, not 21's bear market, 22's bear market. But if it does, I'm banking so much USDC in these pools that I'm going to buy the fuck out of this and just wait. I'm going to come back in range, and the printing machine will keep going. You guys got to understand this, man. Let me get through questions. Questions is a great time to ask right now. I do not have long because I have to pack my bags and I'll be in Thailand very, very soon. But I just wanted to give you this kind of message because I've been so fucking busy setting up pools, managing pools, doing onboarding calls. And I couldn't give a fuck where the market is. Could not give a fuck. No F's given. Okay, how's everybody's portfolio looking? 40% down, up from Sol, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. $1 million question, Mr. Log EZ. I guarantee it's not $1 million question, but let me answer it. How do you check? Can I actually show you guys something as well? I think this is so funny. Let me show you something. Do I have it? Okay, I'll pause the chat for a second. Does anybody know what this is? This is my sleep from last night. You would think me losing $61,000 today, my sleep score would not be 94%. How am I sleeping so good when the market's trashing? Me losing almost $100,000 in one day. Why am I sleeping so good? Because I'm taking advantage of the market. If you guys have a fearful mindset, I guarantee your sleep's not good. You're checking your portfolio overnight. Like, this is real. The whip's here. This is what can happen when you know what you're doing and you're fucking safe and you can win for sure. Okay? 94%. I'm going to get 95% tomorrow, regardless of losing $100,000 probably in a day on my HODL portfolio. It doesn't really matter to me. I still hold the coins. The dollar value is down. But in the meantime, I am printing more coins plus more dollar value to buy dips. And eventually, it's going to be a drop in the bucket. Let me get back to the $1 million question. How do you check the pool actually has liquidity? I've joined high TVL pools paying good fees in the last 7 days, but actually there's no traffic, so I don't earn any fees. I've never had that problem. What you can do is, I mean, here's some Brucey bonuses as well. We were doing this on the 10K fast track group. There's actually better pools than my pools. This one's paying double. And I'm probably going to swap to this one if this is quite consistent. But to answer your question, this is this is a question that we basically had, is what I'll do typically before I enter this one, I'll put in $10, $20 in this pool. For example, if I wanted to swap, because it's the same asset, I'm just losing like 50% of the fees. I'll just wait 3 days, and if the fees are actually consistent what they're saying, then I'll deposit, right? So the fees are like clickbaity. Okay, just put $10 in and just leave it for 3 days. That's what I do, right? This one is consistent. It's very high right now. I don't think I'm actually going to be making $253 per day, okay? 1.7K per week and $7,700 by tomorrow. Again, this goal on this portfolio is to make $4,000 per month. That's the goal. And that's steady rates above the 3K goal for most people that I'm trying to teach. And that's worst case. So that's why. And I've got a 70% wide range pool that is going to fucking destroy. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Cashed out as USDC out. Win-win. He's given us a recipe. Yes, I am. Crazy sick opening, imagine, for those with dry powder. Exactly. I'm creating $250 in the small pools that I share with you guys. Not to mention the $2,000 every single day in the bigger pools right now, because the bigger pools are basically cut copying this with a few shit coins in there. Can buy as much Ethereum, much Bitcoin as I want on the way down. But my pool fees, I'm just stacking USDC because I do expect prices to go lower, a lot lower. So I want more discounts. I want more discounts on Bitcoin. I want more discounts on Ethereum. Exactly. ETH going under 2K today. Let's go. I fucking hope so. Most hodlers don't. Every hodler doesn't want Ethereum to go down to 2K. Guys that are doing both, they do. That's the difference. What is the ratio of the coins in a pool? In your example, how much Ethereum and how much USDC you have to put in? Again, great question. Depends on your ranges, right? So this one was more, what was this one? This one was more USDC, because I'm not doing much of appreciation. I'm more taking a depreciation of Ethereum. If you just do a 50-50% pool, like a 15% on each side, not recommended to do because it's too tight, it'll be 50-50, right? I would recommend, if you're doing a stablecoin pool and a quality asset pool, I would recommend to bring down, just like the Ethereum pool right in front of you, to bring down more depreciation and a little bit of appreciation, because you'll win on the way down because you get more of the asset and you have a huge range. Plus, if you get cashed out to the top, you get the appreciation when you're sold back to USDC, plus you'll get the fees. This is why it's called a win-win strategy, and nobody's fucking talking about this, or they just don't know what they're doing. Because it is complicated. I completely understand. This is complicated to do. This is very hard. Like, if you've only bought Bitcoin, bought Ethereum, we're talking about a different level of fucking skills here. This is complicated, but once you nail it, it'll change your life. Quant is so low, Tau is in the dirt. Yeah, again, this is, who cares? But if I wanted to buy Quant, for example, in this pool here, this is not realistic. This is like, again, this is 150. This is nice, but this is not consistent. I can buy, how much is Quant right now? I can buy, currently right now, 6, 12, 8, I can buy 4 Quants every single day. Nice to do. To be honest, not financial advice. If you're in the UK, interest and loans is super low right now, as long as you're in full-time employment. Here's another thing that I don't like to do or don't like to talk about because it can get people wrecked. You can use platforms like Avi. Let's say you have a bunch of Bitcoin. This is not recommended right now unless you do a 50% LTV. You can take your Bitcoin, you can get 100K of Bitcoin. Just an example, you pull at $50K, you put that $50K in pools, okay, and as long as your Bitcoin doesn't get cut in half, I think that's unlikely, but it could happen. Just keep that in mind. That's why you only do it in Bitcoin and Ethereum at like 50% LTVs. You take that free capital, you print a bunch of money, and then eventually, if that Bitcoin doubles from now, which it will in the long term, you never have to pay off the loan. So don't go to the banks. Let crypto unbank yourself. Put it to Avi, put it in. If you want to do it that way, you can do that way, and you never have to pay tax on those loans. Okay, and your Bitcoin eventually, if you're doing it on Bitcoin, in my opinion, will be worth $160, $160,000 one day. So you'll never have to pay off that loan. Plus, you brought out 50K to play with in pools. It's just about thinking, guys. Just about thinking. I don't currently do it right now because I don't know. have too much money, I guess. But I would do that for the guy that said, hey, this is maybe you need more money. You could do that. If you're asset rich, cash poor, you could use that in an Aave platform, for example, put that in, take out a 50% LTV, free up the capital, put that capital in pools, and as long as you don't get a 50% discount on Bitcoin, you're good. But if you do get a 25, 30% discount on Bitcoin, just put a little bit more leverage in there so you can just decrease that just in case Bitcoin has a wick overnight and you get liquidated, because that would be terrible. But that's a strategy you could do, and we've got many guys doing it inside of our 10K Vashak group. 6% APR roughly up for 20K. Yeah, I mean, you can probably get 1% on Aave or 0.5%. So you could get better, but whatever you need to do. Fees can always be converted to HODL assets. Exactly. But I wouldn't put your fees in HODL assets right now. I would put your fees in USDC because you're going to get more dips. Maybe not today. It's happening today. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not next week, but you're going to get more dips. So bank the USDC and then just put it in Bitcoin, put it in Ethereum if you get to those prices. The next 8 years and the past 8 years will be historic. Yep, I agree. I recently set up 2 pools to test out, and I can definitely see the potential, especially with compounding over time. And as you mentioned, while the market was dumping, the yields blow up. Yeah, exactly. This guy understands. So he's brand new. He set up 2 pools. I'd be interested to your ranges, but it doesn't really matter. You'll learn as you go. And this guy gets it. The feel of freedom from DeFi versus hodling must be good. Yeah, exactly. Like it just fucking takes the stress away. Like it literally just takes the stress away. You literally do nothing. You set a wide ass range, okay? You put it on the charts where you can win both ways. You print a bunch of money on the way down. You print a bunch of money when it's going sideways, and you print a bunch of money on the way up. You cannot lose with this strategy. You'll only lose if you do that shit. That's how you lose. That's how you lose. And all the guys that did this a week ago, they lost. That's the difference. Because they wanted 1,000% APR. 150 to 300% wasn't enough. They needed 1,000%. And that's how they lose. Jake is back. Yes, I am. See you too. So Jake, what do you get out of it? What do I get out of what? I get money from the pools. What do you mean? Do you compound fees directly with VFA or do you harvest in choice assets? I just told you, bro. But in case you missed it, what I'm doing currently right now with these 3 pools, mainly just the big one, is I am banking USDC and becoming Mr. Monopoly Man. So when Ethereum does get to 1.6, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, I'm taking this cash, there's going to be a lot more by the time we get those, at a 0, if not more, and picking up full Ethereums. When right now I can only pick up 1/6, 1/7 of Ethereum, I want to be able to pick up full Ethereums. Same asset, different price, different time frame. That's the difference. Well, that's what I personally believe in. But you win either way. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not compounding. I am stacking the cash in my MetaMask to buy back the Ethereum at a later day. But if Ethereum rips, I'm not buying Ethereum. So that's a different game. So I just keep the cash. You want to buy cheap, just like you would. Everybody knows the HODL mentality. You buy cheap, you sell. It's the same thing here. Dude, the world is asleep on DeFi. They will wake up on this in 5 years. Yeah, so like, if and when that happens, I think it'll be 3 years. You have 3 years to fucking lock yourself in a room, make all the mistakes, but you have 3 years of fucking grind. 3 years is more than enough time to hit the goals that you need. Because eventually these rates are going to be so low, but still high enough, but they're going to be like 1% per month, which is still crazy. But you're not going to get this opportunity, to be honest. You're not going to get this opportunity, to be honest. So you better fucking take advantage just right now where the yields are high. Okay? Yields are fucking disgustingly high. This is off fucking USDC and Ethereum on a 70% range. Are you out your mind? It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Which platform is that? That's VFAT. What is the minimum you think you should start in pools? I don't want to say it's a dumb question, but we talked about that. I have 13K but down bad in a coin. Exactly. Your 13K that was probably worth 26, that was probably worth 52, that was probably worth 104. Maybe not realistically, right? Exactly. So your problem right now is that 13K is going to be worth 8K tomorrow. It's going to be worth 5K the next day. Not, I'm saying to sell, by the way. But that's probably what's going to happen if you're in a bad coin. So the minimum is fucking $10. You see it work. You like the fees, and then you go heavier. You test with $10. How risky are pools? 99.99% riskier than hodling. How are you so sure that Bitcoin will double in the near future? I'm not. I don't need Bitcoin to double. I don't want Bitcoin to double in the future. I want Bitcoin to double in the next 10 years. I don't want Bitcoin to double in the next 2 years. You're missing the point. BTC will go at least 170K next cycle. Yeah, probably, but like it's a long time away. So when you get this running, you're going to be able to buy full Bitcoin. Some of you guys would like a full Bitcoin, and it seems out of reach. You got 2, 3, maybe 4 years to get yourself up there, and the only way you can do it is this strategy. The other strategies are not going to do it. Not going to fucking do it. Promise you that. What wallet to use for VFAT? I use MetaMask. You guys can use Rabi or MetaMask. Super, super easy. Next cycle, we'll all be rich. Bangkok Bear. I like your name, bro. Why don't you get rich right now? Why do you have to wait till next cycle? I'm printing more than $2,500 with all my pools combined per day. Why don't you start doing that? And I know you might not have the capital. That's fine. But why don't you make a start? You don't have to wait till next cycle, bro. You can start fucking now. You got a 40K portfolio. You can make $200 per day right now. $6,000 a month. I would say that's pretty rich for most people. You can pretty much do whatever you want with $6,000 per month. Now, again, I'd like you to keep the USDC and buy dips like we're seeing right now. You can be 5K a month from your laptop. I would argue that's more rich than the guys making 10K a month being an orthodontist, being a doctor, because you bought back your time. So you don't have to wait, bro. That's just my opinion. But yeah. 2026 and 2027 is the time to lock in. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, boss. No worries, no worries. All right, questions, guys. I have 10, 15 minutes left. If anybody didn't understand what I talked about in this video, now's your time. I will be making this into a full video. But, you know, I share this because I want to be real with you, and this is exactly what I'm doing in real time. I'm letting the market favor me and not control me. The market right now in this portfolio is controlling me. Okay? I'm down some of your guys' full portfolio one day. But my WAP sleep score yesterday was 94%. How is it possible? Because I know eventually this is going to be absolutely fine. Now, there's some shit coins in here that will not come back. Illumium, probably going to zero. TARS, I don't know. Altara, probably going to zero. These can all go to zero. But these bad boys will save me over the long term. And I don't need that long term to come in 26, 27, 28, 29. Just give me my $200 and this portfolio every single day, and I can control the market and not let it control me. I bought Solana on Phantom app. Well, number one, never do that. Like, why would you buy Solana on a Phantom app? You're going to probably pay like 6 to 8% fees. Terrible idea. From your credit card. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. And the Solana cave never came in. So, sorry, but I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. It probably will come, but like, why are we using a credit card on the Phantom app? You're probably using something like MoonPay, or like they're going to charge you 10% to fucking buy Solana. Just get, for UK, I recommend Kraken Pro. You can literally just deposit GBP. Costs you basically nothing. You only pay on the fee when you buy the Solana. So you deposit GBP. Kraken Pro for UK guys. Coinbase for whatever USA guys. Or you can use Coinbase for UK. Deposit the GBP. And then type in GBP Solana. And then buy it that way. Don't buy it through, like, I don't know why you're buying it through that way, bro. I don't know anything about, how are you talking about finances when you're 80% down? Okay, let's answer that question. So I'm up 80%, you dummy. All time, up 80%. I'm up more than your mom's house and your mom's car put together. Plus, I'm also making over $2,500 every single day. Jimmy, berries, it's all love, but you've got that the wrong way around. My all-time profit is up 80%. So I don't know where you're saying minus 80%. I'm down minus 8% on the day, which is more than your house right now. I'm joking, bro. It's all love. No, I'm not joking. So I'm up 80%, not down 80%. And I'm taking advantage of the market, and hopefully I'm giving you free value that I charge for so you can go and do this yourself. That would just make me so fucking happy. And that was like 2.5% in the conversion fee, I think. Yeah, it's still too expensive. Plus, you never got the fucking Solana, bro. So you use some fucking, I don't want to say scammy site because Phantom app, but you use some, what's a pill? I don't know, bro. But you never got the Solana, so it doesn't matter if you bought it through X, Y, Z. You never got the Solana, so you paid your fee was actually 100% because you never got the Solana. It wasn't 2.5%. If I go and buy a coin and the coin never comes up in the Phantom app with my credit card, never do that, and that's why you lost 100%. You paid 100% transaction fee because you never got the fucking Solana, bro. Sorry, but that's what happened. It'll probably come, but it was a harsh lesson. And hopefully it was probably only $100 or whatever. And now you know not to do that again because nobody should be putting their credit card in the Phantom app. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, why are we doing that? That's dumb. No offense, but now you know. Good questions, by the way. Would you rotate a portfolio with mostly medium cap coins that's down to, let's say, ETH, or start working with the current portfolio? So there's two questions there. So my DeFi pools, again, this is a small one, but I share this because, I mean, this is big for some people. So again, this is a Thailand one I'm running. So there's a reason why my pools, even on my main account, but let's just focus on this one right now, is Ethereum. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, so there's a reason why it's Ethereum, right? Because it's paying the best within reason. I'm not looking at shitcoins. I'm not interested in shitcoins right now. So number one, it's paying the best, okay? Compared to Bitcoin, even compared to Solana right now, it's paying the best with the wide ranges, and it's the number 2 asset in the world, number 1 altcoin in the world by market cap. Whether you like to admit that or not, that's the numbers. So it pays the best, it's the number 2 asset, and it's got the widest ranges. So that's the reason why I'm running Ethereum pools, because I would like to run this DeFi pool with Bitcoin, but I would need to double the deposit to make the monthly go. That's just the facts. But again, that's still fine. But like, I like Ethereum. I've always liked Ethereum. I've had Ethereum since fucking day one. Like, I have 60 Ethereum. I used to have a lot more, but I lost most of it to Celsius. So, yeah, that's the reason why. It pays more, it's safer than Solana, and I can set wide-ass ranges like this one that I've explained before. So hopefully that makes sense. Would you rotate the portfolio with mostly medium cap coins? Yes, I think I answered you. Nah, man, I tried it with $10 and why are we doing $10 transactions? That's why, bro. Like, bro, just don't. $10, who gives a fuck? So now, download Kraken if you're in the UK. Kraken Pro, it's free to do. Deposit GBP, it'll come in 1 second. I've used it since forever, and I've took out, the maximum was like £60,000, and it came in 1 second. Okay, so use Kraken Pro. Don't be buying fucking credit cards with MetaMask and MoonPay and it just doesn't make sense. And the reason why you probably never got it was $10. There's nothing to send you. You paid that in fees. That's why. Or you didn't. Probably another reason as well, you probably have like $1 or $2 worth of Solana. If you filter by on the wallet and you filter by the Solana chain or something, or you add Solana to the wallet, your Solana coin probably isn't filtered. If you try that, you're probably going to see a couple of dollars there. But it doesn't fucking matter because $10 is a waste of time. How much HBAR tokens do you hold? Since day one, 1,017,000. And it's only up 20 grand, bro. This was up 277, I remember. Can't remember how long ago, at the peak. 277 grand. I'm down 250K on paper, but I'm still up 20 grand. So I hold over 1 million. That was always my goal. And I wish there was pools in this, but there is, but it doesn't make sense. So, again, there's a reason why I'm running these pools with Ethereum. Okay? There's a big reason. As we make this video, I'm getting paid. That's what I want you guys to start doing. How can I start in these pools? I mean, go and watch some of my recent videos, but VFAT, MetaMask, or Rabi. It's a long question, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, I think I made a video on this before. Like, I literally just made a video on this. Watch my recent video. I think it was for like beginners. Just watch that on my channel and hopefully get value. But yeah, it's very simple. It's very difficult when you don't know what you're doing because you're operating on Monad Chain, for example, and you don't know what to bridge and how to do it. Holy heck, you're a legit H-bar whale by definition. I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, I share everything, man. So we'll see if it works out. I'm ride or die with that coin. So we'll see. I just wish you could get good enough yield. But here's the thing. If I wanted to buy more H-bar for free, here's what you do. You take this $200 per day. You cash it out for USDC. You swap the USDC for H-bar. Now I'm buying $200 of H-bar in this example every single day while it's cheap, and it will get cheaper. Do you understand? Like, you don't have to just collect the Ethereum, the USDC, or the Monad you're getting here. You can take that and buy the H-bar, buy the XRP, buy the Bitcoin. Do you understand? Like, that's how you can monetize H-bar, by using other coins to buy back the H-bar. It's a whole ecosystem of flywheel. So you could do that if you wanted more H-bar. So a lot of our guys do that and outside our group. They were like, oh, there's not really many H-bar pools that make sense. You can go to Saucer Swap. It doesn't really make sense. It's kind of shit. The yields are not good. The ranges are terrible. Staking it doesn't really make sense. And what they do is they start pools like this. And they take their Ethereum and USDC or Bitcoin, whatever, and they sell that to buy the H-bar for free. And then they still have this pool that pays. This is like their drip of water to the H-bar bucket. Without doing, like, you just miss the H-bar pool and you use something else that pays for that. Theta, I don't know, they're on most pool outside ETH are terrible. That's not true at all. To be honest, we've got guys running many pools. So I wouldn't say they're terrible. I would just maybe say that you don't know what you're doing, or your APRs are unrealistic. But they're not terrible, bro. It doesn't make sense. How could you say they're terrible? There's many, many coins and many, many chains that are not terrible. Thanks for answering my question. It would really suck, though, to sell in a loss and buy Ethereum now and start a pool. Yeah. Like, once you get to a position where you're using pool profits to start pools that funnel more pools, that fund your lifestyle, that fund your income to scale to more pools, like, you don't have to add in any money ever again. If you run pools correctly and you get to a big enough stage, you should never have to dip in your bank account for a coin again. You use pools to fund other coins that then fund other pools, and like then you can take some out to your bank account. You should never have to add money to your bank account again. Like, it shouldn't, like, at the start, absolutely, right? But in the long term, now if you guys have got 40k portfolios right off the bat, I'm not saying to copy this, not at all. You should not have to dip in the bank account ever again to buy, because you're constantly buying right now. Do you understand? That's a big lesson. Look at Ethereum right now, man. Everybody's getting wrecked. But we're not. There's a 2.5% staking for H-bar available. Doesn't sound like a lot, but your volumes could... No, it's not. It's not worth it, bro. 2.5% is fucking trash. Like, if I wanted to get... Here's again what you don't understand. And again, it's all love, bro. Mr. Log's all love. I can use Ethereum if you have it. If you don't have it, that's fair enough. I could use Ethereum on the wide ass range and get 157 and then buy the H-bar. So you're getting 2, I'm getting 157, take away 2, I'm getting 155, gain on you. And nothing really changes. We're still buying H-bar, but we're using something else to buy the H-bar. I'm going to get years ahead of you if you did your strategy compared to this strategy. Do you know what I mean? And again, at the end of the day, we all want fucking... The reason why we're here is to fucking handle the bear markets, print in the bear markets, make money whenever he's losing, and at the end of the day, to get GBP, to get USD, to live a good lifestyle, whatever. At the end of the day, we're here for the money. We're not here for the coin. But you just got to understand how to move your portfolio around to use this to buy that H-bar pool. You don't have to use the 2% staking pool. You can use an Ethereum USDC pool with a wide-ass fucking range that makes sense towards you. You could even make this wider. Make this super wide down to Ethereum $1,000 and still get 100% APR right now. It's going to change. It's going to drop to like 50%, but that's what you could do. And you're still beating the H-bar staking pool by 98%. You're going to be years ahead. This guy is broke. Yeah, I'm definitely broke, bro. I'm 100% broke. How broke do you think I am? I'm broke compared to Elon Musk, but yeah, I'm broke compared to Elon Musk, Michael Saylor. But broke to me is like, broke to me could be making $1 million a year, but working a dead end job. That's broke to me because it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Broke to me is making 30 to 60K per month while having a laptop lifestyle. If that's broke, I'm fucking sorry. I'm fucking broke. I'm broke. I am broke. I make more than 30K per month right now. That's not including everything else, by the way, from the group, etc. If we were just talking about crypto, which is what you guys can do, I make more than 30K per month, and I get to move about whatever I want. So if that's broke, I am fucking poor. So yes, I am broke. But yes. But it's all love, bro. It's all love. It's all love. The Lamborghini's fake. It's all fake. It's all a scam. I am broke. I wish I was broke. I miss the broke days of the fucking grind. The grind is so fucking good, man. You don't understand. If you have set the range in a pool, is that range set? I monitor VFAT and see the ranges change a lot in the same pool. Okay, great question. Number one, you should never have to worry about your range. Okay, there's a reason why this is... Let me get a charger. My laptop's going to die. There we go. Give me some charge. So, number one, again, these two pools are going to follow a range. That's fine. But my whole goal is to always have a pool printing. Okay? So we understand that. Number two, these are the ranges on the top pool. I am not worried about these ranges at all. So that's rule number one. I never want to enter a range that I'm worrying about. That's number one. Two things you could do. You could rebalance. Again, complicated point there, but you could rebalance and make your range. You can change the range, but then you have to maybe sell some Ethereum for USDC, which you probably don't want to do, but you could do that to keep the pools going. But I don't want to take impermanent loss, and that's why I have wide ass ranges that suit all price targets of Ethereum. Okay, you're going to see me set lower ranges down here if we get there, and you're going to see me in the future set ranges up here. I don't want to touch ranges. Your ranges don't change all the time. The composition of the pools change all the time. So your ranges don't change. You can change the range by doing rebalance, which you can here. What you're talking about is your composition. I have 12,000 USDC in here, and I see 7,000 here, right? You see it just changed? That's now 11,900, right? Because Ethereum is going down. So your composition is changing, which means this line here, your ranges aren't changing. You can change the range, but your composition of the pool is changing. So does that make sense? Hopefully I'm giving you so much fucking value here, but that's what's happening, okay? And again, should not be an issue if you understand ranges. Will be an issue if you don't understand ranges. FOMO Factory, long fucking time, brother. We're grinding away. Good to see you. Good to hear you. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully Netherlands is good. Hopefully it's not too cold. Yeah. I'm actually arriving in Netherlands for 1 hour when I go back to Thailand on Tuesday. So I'll be in your country for 50 minutes. I have a 50-minute layoff time, and then I'm gone. So I've been considering the group for a while and getting the pools. Is there a charge for a group? There is a huge charge for the group. A huge charge. No, the group, there's a free call, but of course there's a charge. If there wasn't a charge, it would be bad because it would be full of fucking 2K portfolios that we actually can't help, and the group would be a mess. Nothing wrong with the 2K portfolio. That's why I do these videos, okay? So you guys can take your 2K portfolio and do this for free. Do this for free. The difference with the group is it's one-to-one and then one-to-group coaching, where I take your actual portfolio and actually give you value, but that's why. So there is a charge for the group. Of course there's a charge for the group, but I'm never, ever, ever going to tell you to buy. I'm the least salesman YouTuber ever. Number one, because I'm already rich. And number two, I only want you if you want to be there. I don't want anybody there that, like, when they hear the price of the thing, I'm like, oh, that's too much. I'll refund you. I do not want you in there. I want you to go make the money first and then maybe come back to us. I don't need to sell you, bro. Trust me. We're making more than $2,000 per day. I don't need to sell you. I would love you to be in that group, but I don't want you in that group if you don't understand what you're doing. And you need a good sized portfolio, man. Like, if you have a 2K portfolio, I can help you, but I really can't get you anywhere close to probably your goals anytime soon in a safe way. I would just rather you watch this video, go and make a bunch of money, and then even if you take that information away and you're absolutely fine, I've done my mission, okay? There's a difference between people trying to sell you because they need you in their fucking Patreon group. They need you in their fucking, I don't know, monthly subscription because they don't have any money and they're losing money right now on paper. Nobody else I'll ever say go and take this information for free. And if you like it, that's great, and take it away for free because they need the money. I don't need your money. I want your money, but I'm not going to fucking take it, bro. So hopefully that answers your question. Most YouTubers in the crypto space are fucking broke. We are not broke. But again, I'll take your money within reason. So, Jim Lay, you can book a free call, and if it's a good fit, join, but do not join if I can't help you. And my sales guys will only fucking make you a pitch if you can actually be helped. If you got a $2,000 portfolio, go and take this away for free and go and make yourself 10 racks and then come back to us. I reached out to VFAT customer service. I never even knew VFAT had a customer service for a decent. Do VFAT have customer service? Coinbase have terrible customer service. So why would VFAT have any customer service? Anyways, because I had issues, they hacked my account and stole everything, lost 6K. So I hate to be that guy. VFAT never hacked you. You hacked yourself. And you're not going to like that. You're going to disagree with me till the day I die. And just because you're not going to want to believe it. But the only way you get hacked is through your MetaMask or your Rabby wallet. So number one, it's not VFAT's problem. Then it's a MetaMask and Rabby wallet problem, right? So it's either MetaMask or Rabby. VFAT can't take your money. So it's not VFAT's problem. And it's not MetaMask's problem. And it's not Rabby's wallet's problem if you're using them. You either clicked a bad link on email, somebody got your seed phrase, and your wallet was compromised. VFAT are literally the middleman. It's all inside your hot wallet. And if your hot wallet, there's a reason why I only have one laptop for pools. I literally have this laptop for the Thailand portfolio, and I have another brand new laptop. Well, it's an old laptop, but it's only for the big pool portfolio. There's no links, there's no emails. So VFAT never took your money, bro. 6K is a lot, but it's better than 60K and it's better than 600K. So just don't click on any links. Somebody had your seed phrase, bro. VFAT, it's nothing to do with VFAT, unfortunately. Update, Solana came in. There you go. Your $8 after fees was all there, bro. It is fucking cold. Oh, you're in Netherlands as well, bro. Yeah. I like Netherlands. I've been to Netherlands one time on my previous trip to Thailand where my flight got cancelled. I fly with KLM. I like KLM. It's a good service. And they fucked up my trip, so I got put in a free hotel. It was a good place. It's an absolutely fantastic place. This was near the summer, I think, last year. It's a good place. Good food, good people, very happy. Great place. I would like to explore it one day, but I've never had time. So, Netherlands one day. I've got 95K in my portfolio. Yeah, so you're a great avatar for us. Let me try and sell you. No. Click the link at the top of this YouTube kind of feed. You'll see looking to passively grow your thing. But you must be serious, right? My guys will not make you an offer if you're... Because there's no point in us showing you this and you don't actually click the buttons, because then you make our group a negative. Our goal is to get you towards your monthly goal, and you've got a very good portfolio. You can see my portfolio right now. I got 40K. We're not going to full port your 95K. But if you have more than double this, you're at fucking 15K a month right now, son. And I promise you my product's not 15K. So you'll make your money back in 1 month. And then the skills you will learn is free. So yeah, free call, book it, or check out my YouTube channel. You'll find a link. And get yourself in there. How much down Ethereum right now trend? I mean, if we're talking about all time, Ethereum's down since the wick of like 4.9. Is that what you want to count it? Depends where you want to count it from, bro. Realistically, Ethereum's down 52%. Hodlers are losing their shit. Yeah, Ethereum's going crazy down. I'll give you another one. We were just talking about this on our group call. You guys seen silver? Look at this candle in silver. It's a 30% dump in a day. Look at this candle on silver, safe asset. Look at gold as well. Look at silver. Cryptocurrency is not that bad. Look at silver. Holy fuck. I wish I had the balls to buy silver, but I don't want to ruin my strategy. But silver longs, question mark? Make a quick fucking 10 grand? I don't know. I'll just wait 4 days. I'll make 10 grand in my pills, but could be an option. Very risky. Don't recommend it, but could do it. Don't do it. But if you want, you could do it. So cryptocurrency is not that bad, man. Look at silver. But again, cryptocurrency is great for pills, as you guys are seeing in real time. Do you use hardware wallets to connect to pools or hot wallet? No, you can use, I think, Ledger Live, but we don't recommend that. So for VFAT, if we're just talking about VFAT specifically, you can use MetaMask or you can use Rabi. I would recommend Rabi. I just use MetaMask because I've used it for years. RABBY, I think. Make sure you download the right Chrome extension. Seed phrase all offline. And that's what we use for VFAT. Phantom for your Oracle pools, but Solana Oracle pools right now are terrible. Not terrible, they're just not worth it because we talked about Ethereum. Wider ranges, more fees, safer asset. I'll go to Solana and Oracle pools on my Phantom wallet when those fees and ranges are better, but right now, why would I? I can swap it every second. This is the beautiful thing about DeFi. We're not locking up our assets. It's 24/7. Got some bits out of balance, but fees are so high today that it costs more to rebalance than I'm earning for my pools. Other than that, going good and stacking lots. Okay, cool. Yeah, wide ranges are so crucial right now. So good that you're learning. Good that you're experimenting. But just wide ranges, man. I'm showing you guys a stupid wide range where even if I hit the 1.5K on Ethereum, you're going to see when that happens, if and when that happens, which probably will, you're going to see how I play that game. Again, not to copy me, just that's what I'm doing. Yeah, JWG. So yeah, VFAT didn't hack your money, bro. It's somebody compromised your wallet. That wallet's done, bro. That wallet's done. Don't send any more money to that wallet. Now you know the lesson and why cryptocurrency is the Wild West, and you got to be very careful with your seed phrase, right? Or you got to be very careful with, clicking links. I get scam emails all the time, and all it takes for me in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:10 when I wake up, not to have a coffee, me to go on fucking Gmail and see 1,000,000 Celsius fucking claim things, me to click that, me to put my seed phrase. I almost done it, bro. I've almost done it 2 or 3 times in my life. Just don't do it. That's what you did, bro. That's what you did. So, yeah, that's it. Stop complaining. It's all love. 6K is 6K. The VFAT didn't take your money. Somebody else in the cryptocurrency world drained you. So you got to be careful. But you rebuild, you go again, bro. You go again. I work in oil trading, so moving to Singapore. Nice. I've been to Singapore one time, December 2024. Took a lot of mushrooms, and it was the best fucking time of my life. Very expensive country, bro. Like, it was like $6 for like basic water in a gas station. Very expensive country. Awesome, bro. Mr. Lock, bro, we can definitely make that trip. I don't know if he can, because he's still a wagey, but I can definitely make that trip. Parker's scaling up though. His pools are going well. His income's going up. He's very close to quitting the job. He could quit his job right now, but it's just, that's what you usually find. It's that final leap of faith. It took me so long to leave my job. But once you start making that plus some more and it's consistent, you got to take that leap because you get so much free time and the stuff that's making you money, you can start scaling that. So yeah, definitely, bro. 2 months. 2 months might be the wrong time because that's when the Vegas Bitcoin conference is coming, I think. But depends how long you're there. I can definitely make a trip, bro. It's right over the road from Bangkok. It's a great place to be and explore. Do it in the summer, though. Probably same weather as UK. Yeah, weather right now in UK is terrible, but in 2 days' time, it will be done. What's the minimum size portfolio to be in the opinion group? It just depends. What we don't want is guys with 2K portfolios coming to the group and trying to make 2K per month, because we can't help them. We can help them make 200, 250 per month, but they're not qualified. So usually we don't like guys, not like guys. The reason why I do these YouTube videos and have the Discord, etc., that I need to plug more often, that's for the free value. Again, you can just take as much you want from me, but if you want that one-to-one experience, really got to be a 10K portfolio, absolute minimum. Absolute minimum. And price is going up soon. We're raising the price. And that's not a hard sell. We are raising the price because in the last 1 week, I think we've had more than people in the last, I think this month we've had 17, 18 people join. And that's fine. That's great. But like, it's too many people joining. So we're going to raise the price a little bit in 1 month or 2 months. So not right now, but we will be raising the price. And if you did join, you're going to make up that money anyways if you have more than a 10K, 20K portfolio, where the whole goal, here's the thing about our group. I will do one sell. Our goal is not trading. It's not hodl portfolio. It's not this coin's going to do well. It's what do you have in your portfolio and how do we get your investment back in 1 to 3 months? And if we can do that, the rest of your life is gravy and you're going to love us so much. When we do that, you're going to love us so much because then the group becomes free and then you can go about your way. You can go about your way. So that's our goal. 3 months is our kind of goal. But even if we can do it in 6 months, if you want to be super, super safe and put like Ethereum pools down to like $500, our goal is to get you there in that kind of time range. And then we don't have any unhappy customers. That's it. If I sell you a $99 a month fucking subscription, relying on this coin to do well and this coin to do well, number one, I don't want that group. And number one, I don't know where the price is going to go. And 50% of guys are going to hate me. So our group's a win-win because we just look at your portfolio and we just show you how to monetize it. And we just show you how to not lose $6,000 like JW Gaming. Sorry, bro, I have to use you as an anatomy here. And that's all we do. Very, very easy. We don't have to take any risk. The risk is your coins. Jason, U21, thank you for the $5 Canadian. Finally got to catch you live. A little annoyed my pools went out of range Friday night, but I'm readjusting for this weekend crash. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if you caught I just did a 10K fast track group call and I was talking about how I set this stupid ass wide range on Ethereum USDC. So if you didn't catch the start of it, I explained why, where this is a guaranteed win when these pools come out of range. This one will always print. Your goal is to always have a pool printing. And here's my range right now on a $19,000 deposit. It's making, currently these are high rates, of course. These will get cut in half, which are being happily for these to get cut in a fourth, by the way. This 19K in the widest range ever is making $2,600 per month. Very fucking good pool. The best pools I've ever seen. The best pools I've ever seen. There you go. Ethereum can touch $2,000 or less. Yeah, that's the reason why my bottom range is 1,500. I hope it touches $2,000 less. It could touch that fucking today. Let's see it happen, bro. We need it to happen. We get paid so much when that happens. Bro, JD Gaming, we can't help you, bro. Your money's gone. You could try and okay, I'll try and help you. But like, you're not helping yourself by fucking spamming questions you need to ask yourself. But I want to help you, bro, because nobody else will. Okay, so this is the last time I'm going to address this. Your MetaMask got hacked by somebody. That's just a reality. VFAT didn't take your money. What I would do, your wallet's already compromised anyways by the sound of it. Whatever coins you have left, send them to, I don't know what exchange you have. What exchange you have, and you should be having an exchange. Kraken Pro if you're in UK, whatever. Send all those coins, because it doesn't matter anyways. The coins are going to go if they aren't. Send those coins to that address, and then your coins are safe. Then they're in exchange hands. So send all the coins you have left. That's all you need to do. But it seems like you should not, this is the kind of guys that like should not be touching pools if you're not knowing how to send coins. So try that. If it doesn't send, the hacker got you, bro. But don't do that again. Don't do that again. And if you're doing pools again, you need to set up a new wallet, a fresh new MetaMask or Rabi wallet, because this wallet is compromised. This wallet is Control-Alt-Delete. But if you can get your money out, send it while you can. And don't waste time in this chat. You should be doing that right now because you're about to get drained in real time. So hopefully that was helpful. But it'll be a lesson you'll look to in 10 years, 5 years, 6 months' time and be like, okay, took a loss, but it made me better than I am today. Because a 6K loss is a lot. It's a lot worse than a $600 loss, but it's not as worse as a $60,000 loss. So you won't make that mistake again. Again, I don't know what you did. You clicked a link or somebody got your seed phrase. You probably stored it online. Even if you didn't, you either clicked a link or your seed phrase was online. It was one of those two. A VFAT cannot touch your money. A VFAT are just the middleman to use the pools. For example, I'm using VFAT because I'm too lazy to go on Uniswap. Okay, so VFAT's the middleman. It's not in VFAT, if that makes sense. You're just using VFAT as that middleman. So VFAT can't take your money, and they don't want your money. They're a decentralized platform, bro. So somebody got in your little fox or your little rabbit wallet, and they drained you. That's what happened. I have a 5K portfolio, mainly with XRP. I'm curious to learn potential income I could receive. Again, have you plugged in XRP? What asset you're looking at? Again, I can show you what I'm earning, but I'm not doing any XRP pools. Here's what you can earn on Ethereum though, right now. Again, divide this by 2. This is unrealistic. I'll take it. I'll take it, but really divide this by 2. Usually this is earning like $150 per day, which is still fucking amazing, by the way. Amazing. 4.5K off a 40K pool is fucking amazing. But this is what you get. When you get volatile dailies, everybody cries, but we make so much fucking money. We're making a ridiculous amount of money. So you just do the maths. Just say 8 to 12% per month. That's what you'll probably make. XRP pools, I don't know. But you'll probably find them. Go and plug it in. So my homework to you, Guy Robinson, is go on VFAT, go on farms, type in XRP, do the maths. Maybe you do asset to asset. Maybe you do to stablecoin. Maybe you do XRP to Ethereum if there's a pool there. And then whatever it's projected to make per month. Again, this day, don't look at this day. Really just divide it by maybe 50% or 0.25, take off of that. Because it's very unrealistic right now. But it's unrealistic in a good way. So these are the days you enjoy. And what we're seeing right now pays for the days where you're maybe only making 50% APR. But you're looking at the sum average. So most people will start pools maybe at a bad time and like, oh, I'm only making 50%. By the way, 50% is fucking crazy. It's like 4 or 5% per month. It's amazing. But then they'll leave the pool and say pools don't make as much, which by the way, it doesn't even matter if it's paying you 10%. You're still making more than a hodler. So you defeat the point. And then they'll miss the days when it's 250, 300%. So it's the sum average. So my homework for you, Gary, is going to look. How are the APRs so high? Great question. Why do you think it's happening? Because everybody is either selling, okay? They're like, cryptocurrencies, I'm done. And what we were doing is we were collecting those fees. That's why we're this guy. We're at the ATM and people are, in my pools on the Monad chain, people are selling Ethereum or USDC or they're buying the dip that's going to keep on dipping. So it doesn't really matter. People are selling, people are buying at massive volumes today in real time, and that's why the fees are so high. Okay? You get paid on volatility. The good thing about crypto is it's open 24/7. There's always going to be somebody swapping Ethereum and USDC. So I get paid all the time, every single day, and that's how it works. Why do you think Coinbase is the richest company in the world? They charge you not really much because they do the same thing. Right now, Coinbase are making tens of millions of dollars probably because people are selling, people are buying, and all I'm doing is I'm getting my cut. I'm getting my little cut. So why aren't you getting your cut? That's why. Those APRs are insanely good. Yes, sir. Printing. I want to get to the day where I'm making 5K per day, but it's not going to be consistent. Imagine making 5K per day passively from your laptop. I mean, even $100 to $200 per day will change your life. $100 per day will replace your income when you can still work the job. Like, it's just all relative, bro. It's pretty crazy, man. Just $100 per day will change most people's lives. When you get to $200, $300 per day, completely, you don't have to worry about anything. You go where you want. You listen to nobody. You fucking go in the woods and set up a little house there with your dog, your picket fence, and your fucking 2 girlfriends. You don't listen to fucking anybody at $300, $400, $500 per month. You live how you want. It doesn't fucking matter. And that's what I want you guys to get to. But you're not going to get it by doing accident, and you're not going to get it by fucking asking what price Ethereum's going to go to, because you're missing the message. That would be the dream, for you guys to go and take this away. Have your little fucking house in the woods if you want to live that lifestyle, and you just listen to nobody is real. There's no boss. There's nobody else telling you what to do. You do what you want, and you don't care. That would be sick. What's the difference between farms and pools? Great question. Fuck, we're giving you so much value here. I'm late as fuck. I'm supposed to be packed in my bag. Oh, but I don't care. And what's the difference? Very simple. So, farms will pay you in 3 assets. Example, my farms will usually pay you more, to be honest, and there's not actually a difference, and I'll explain why. So my farm, my Ethereum and USD farm is paying me in USDC, in Ethereum, in Monad. So I get a little bonus. You get a little bit of bonus of farm. This farm, which is actually better than my pool right now, I'm thinking about swapping to this. This farm is paying you Ethereum, USDC, there's no difference. Plus you get a little pancake swap. I don't care about Monad. I don't care about pancake swap. You collect the fees, you sell them for USDC or Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or HBAR, doesn't really matter. So it doesn't matter because cryptocurrency is liquid. We don't have to wait till the 9 to 5 stock market to open on Monday to Friday. This is liquid. So it doesn't really matter. Pools, you only get paid in 2 assets. There's no difference. Just farms pay you more and you'll make more money most of the time. There's exceptions, of course. You'll find some better pools than farms. But like if we're selling the Monad and the pancake swap, or if you're keeping them, right? You might want to keep them. Maybe Monad does a 5-10x. So the $4,000 you're making today might be worth $20,000 in future value per month. But I'm not here to take that risk on Monad. I'm stacking USDC to buy the strong cap altcoins that I like when and if that happens. So there's no difference. Jake, I have a lot of XCN. I don't know what XCN is. Maybe I do. Again, I'm so unfamiliar with like old coins. I don't even remember. Like I don't know what this is. This is probably not the right coin. I don't know if it is. Like I have no idea what this stuff is because I don't look at it anymore. And it's dropped 40% of my portfolio. Their website offers staking at 28%, and they're only. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to 28%. This is the difference. If you're getting 28% per year, but you're down at 21% in the last week, it doesn't matter if it's paying you 1,000% if the asset goes to 0. So Oxycoin, it doesn't fucking matter. If the coin goes to 0, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm just talking about blue chip assets that will bleed short term, but in the long term, in my opinion, will win. It doesn't matter what they're paying you, bro. If it's 280%, if the coin goes to 0, which it looks like this coin has done, it doesn't fucking matter. So to answer your question, I do not use liquidity pools, or at least show you. I have 2 sketchy ass pools, but they were started for free. So I don't do this shit on shit coins. Like this could be a great coin for you. HBAR is a shit coin to most people, and that's fine. But like I do not get interested in a chart like this because I have no trust. I have 0 trust. And this coin is only going to down another fucking 20% tomorrow, and it's probably in the last 24 hours, it's down 10%. So you already lost 18% of your 28, and this was in one day. So, but here's another thing. You're talking about don't like to sell your coin. I'm in the same boat. So there's a reason why I've not sold my Veracity, my Reploy, my Altoro, because I refuse to take a 10 grand. Like if I sell this right now, I get $556 in aluminum. That's not going to change my life. You see, I'm making 2.5K per day. So I don't care about this. I'd rather just hold it just to see. It's either I'm going to do well or going to go to 0. I don't care at this point. But if you need the money to start liquidity pools, I'm not telling you to sell. But this could do well. But I'm not here to bet on XCN coin. Yeah, I'm definitely not looking at this day. One of the worst days I've seen being in crypto. It's actually the best day for pools though. So what I meant when to say not look at today, I meant don't look at today's fees, right? Because this is unrealistic. So this is actually the best day in cryptocurrency if you're doing pools. So worst day for hodlers. Again, Jake in 2021, 22 lost 55K today on paper. Jake in 2026, this is the best day to be in pools. Do you know what I mean? My best pools are ETH USDC on Monad. Yes, so you're in the same pool as me. Yeah, there's a base network one as well. Yeah, I'm very tempted to swap To this one. This one's better than my one. This is tempting. This is also tempting, but this is on Ethereum mainnet. Look at the fucking APR. My God, bro. This is the best day to be in cryptocurrency right now. This is the best day to be in cryptocurrency right now. You're the real one, Jake. Thanks for your help. No worries. Do you think it's doable to make 8% per month long term? If you know what you're doing. Like, you're going to make months. My weekly right now is 5%, but this is a terrible example, but it's actually a good example. So I'm making 20% per month, give or take. Yeah, give or take 19% per month. Remember in wide ass ranges. But I don't look at that right now, right? I look at the months when I'm going to be making 5, 6, 7%, and then I get the average. So our goal is always 8 to 12% on average. Okay, now you could enter right now and think, oh my God, it's 8 to 12%. We're going to be destroying that. Or you enter when the market's going sideways and you get 6, 7, 8%. So don't worry about the yield too much. Just the whole goal is to get more coins and more stable coins. Don't worry about anything else. What's wrong with Sui USDC pool and turbos? I'll tell you the problem. Look at the problem. Like you're gonna have to set a wide ass range. The fees are not gonna be. The fees are probably good right now, to be honest. But I know averagely the fees are not good. There's a reason why everybody in my group, not everybody, most people in my group are now running pools that I'm running, and not Orica Solana pools and not Turbo Finance Suyu pools. They're not paying enough. They're going to be paying a lot today, but that doesn't really count. And you're in an asset that's just fucking getting destroyed. So on average, Ethereum pools, even Bitcoin pools, I would argue, are paying more. You're in a stronger asset that's not bleeding, okay? And you can set wider ranges. That's the problem. You're down 80% on this coin, bro. That's the problem. We'll meet up soon. Enjoy the trip. No worries. What website tool are you using for pools? Same questions, guys. Come on. You got to start watching the channel. But I'll always answer you. VFAT for most of my pools right now. I've explained why. And MetaMask because I'm old school. But Rabby can be used for the hot wallet. And Bob's your uncle. On you go. Is swapping pools class as selling? Are those tax implications for swapping? Yeah, probably, bro. I'm not here to discuss tax. But if you're selling at a loss, that might be good for you. You take a big fucking hit, and when you start to win, you can write that stuff off. But yeah, the taxes, if you're in a country of tax, of course it's taxable. Now, whatever you decide to do after that, that's what you decide to do. My whole goal is you're making money. So, like, number one, you don't have to worry about the tax man. Most people always say this. Like, this was everybody in 2025. Everybody in 2025, 4-year cycle, Bob's your uncle. Okay, now I need to sort my taxes. Okay, I need to start fucking sorting stuff out. I'm going to make so much money. Nobody made any fucking money being a hodler in 2025. Their tax thing, they ripped that piece of paper up and they threw it away. Because they never fucking made any money. So stop worrying about tax. We used to say this in ecom when I used to run dropshipping stores back in the day. The guys that were worried about all the taxes and thinking about all the money we were going to make, they never made any money. The guys that just got the fucking job done and figured that shit out later, they made all the money. Okay? But yes, to answer your question, yes. I don't know where you live. I don't know what you plan to do. But I would worry about taxes not right now. Like, your problem is probably not taxes, because it sounds like you're not entered a pool in your life. Your problem is taking action. I tried a little crypto and liquidity pools and the value of my money went down. I would have been better if I just stayed in cash. Yeah, of course, bro. Like, you're missing the point. Okay, let's do maths. Again, this is why I don't want you guys to just start fucking chucking money in liquidity pools if you don't know what you're doing. So Ethereum USDC. Option number one. If you just held Ethereum, you're down a lot, okay? And you're making no money. If you held USDC, you're worth the same. If you held Ethereum USDC, your value, if you're doing like a 50% range, depends on your range, you'd lose less because some of your money, or in this example, 50% of your money is in USDC. So you'd lose half as much as just being a hodler in Ethereum, plus you'd get income. So if your question is, when the market's getting nuked, I would have been better holding cash, Of course, bro. What a dumb question. But it's all love. But of course, bro. But if you were just holding Ethereum for God knows when, you would have got no income, you'd have done no fucking compounding, you'd have got no fucking money, and you'd be down double the amount if you're in a 50-50 or 70 kind of range. Okay? Of course, bro. Way to stay the obvious. But it's all love. Non-crypto related, but is dropshipping worth getting into these days? Or is that both past? No, but if you have, sorry Gary, but if you have to answer the question, don't do it. I know many of my guys, in fact, one of my guys, Elias, that actually lives in the Netherlands, believe it or not, is still running dropshipping. Although dropshipping slightly changed, but I know guys that are still scaling stores, but it's very hard to keep a store good these days. Most of those guys will make 100K, 200K a month, and that might sound unfathomable, but that's just what they're doing because they know what they're doing. Their store will die because they'll get so much chargebacks and they'll just rinse and repeat. Not the best business model, not ethically that great, but they don't care. That's fine. But most guys are now building brands. So Elias, the guy from Netherlands, I think he had a backpack brand. So he found a dropshipping product that was doing well, and then he created a brand out of it. Because if you don't do that, the product's going to be most likely shit, or it's not going to be as good. And delivery time, you need to fucking control. So it's not dead. Like, I know many guys doing it, but it's hard to. These guys are sharks. Do you know if it's possible to loan out assets in the EU? It doesn't matter what country you're at, to be honest, bro. I don't think. You just use a VPN and just go to Avi. And I talked about this at the start. So just, if you want to do this, you can go to Avi right now. I think they're charging under 0.5%. So let's just say you had 100K for basic maths. You put your 100K of Bitcoin there. You do a 50% LTV, no less, no more if you want. You get a 50K cash, and then you put those cash in pills. Okay? So, again, this is all these, like, you don't need to be in certain countries or just put a VPN on. Like, there's no KYC in this shit. Like, this shit's off the grid. So, or you can use Nami or Nomi. I think there's another one that Parker has in our group. So, it's definitely possible in US and UK. I'll tell you that right now, because we have guys doing that. I don't know if they're using VPNs, but even if they are, that doesn't matter. It's possible. Like, Crypto.com is a great example, right? For some countries on Crypto.com, you can, like, they have some staking things or like getting cash back. But for, like, not countries in USA, states in USA, if you're in the same country but in a different state, you just don't get access to that product. How shitty is that? But you plug on a VPN and off you go. So this shit doesn't matter, bro. This shit doesn't matter. Like, there's always a way. But if you're doing a loan, understand why you're doing the loan and make sure it's 50% LTV, because that gives you Bitcoin doing a haircut in half before you even have to think about adding money to that. And then you can take that 50K, if we're using a 100K example, you can put that in pills and you can print a bunch of money. And then, like, if you're doing a crypto loan, like, you should never have to pay that loan off, because if Bitcoin doubles, your loan's free, which it will in the long term. All you need to do is not put that 50K in bullshit, and you're absolutely fine. If you can just do that, that's how, man, it's such a game changer. Most of you guys are, the reason why I don't do it is because I have so much fucking money, let's be obvious, or enough money. That sounds so dickishy. I have enough money where I don't need to do it, but you can use loans to get out capital while still holding the Bitcoin as example. In that case, take the 50K out of the 100 in that example, print a bunch of money. Like, it's literally the infinite flywheel. Like, it's such a cheat code. It sounds complicated, but it doesn't need to. And you'll never have to fucking work another day in your life if you know what you're doing and you play a strategy. If you play a strategy like this and you do this with a loan, you're fucking set for life. But a lot of people just don't understand it. Honestly. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code if you have smallish amount of money, but even if you have big money, like, it's honestly, I should do it, but I just really don't need to. But you could do it, and you probably should do it. But are you going to do it? That's the question. CoinMarketCap is blowing up my phone with price notifications. Exactly. And then guess who? Guess who you're sending the little fucking notifications? Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. You know why? Because every time you buy and sell and think you're buying a dip or panic selling, they getting paid. You know, we're getting paid. The question are you getting paid? We're getting paid right now. I think when I started this stream, it was maybe at $90. I don't really care. You know, we're making like $100 a stream right now. Okay, on averagely, every hour we're making $10 an hour, and that might sound shit, You're like, oh, I make $20 or $15 in my job. Well, guess what? This job doesn't have to go and stack shelves or shit, answer a phone. And it doesn't stop at 9 to 5, son. It's 24/7, 365. That's the difference. And you should do both. Milk the job, milk pools. Eventually, when your pools pay for your job, say F off to that job and go and buy yourself a country house, and you're done. It's crazy, man. Monthly rewards, almost 8K. A lot of you guys will see these results, and you'll start pools, and your APR will be 100%, and you'll moan at me. And just to be clear, these yields are fucking crazy. These yields are 2x. But again, it doesn't matter because every now and again, you get liquidations, you get people panic selling, and we get to eat. I just made another $1 as I just said that message. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And again, people will say, why do you charge for your one-to-one thing? Number one, because I can, but I clearly don't need to. And I don't want a massive fucking 10K fast track group because if I have loads of people in there, and it is getting to that stage, we have almost 150 members now, it's like I can't help you guys with full force. So that's why I really try and just give you as much value. Again, who's showing you their actual pools, their actual ranges, explaining why they're doing it in real time. Nobody else will show you this stuff for free. Even in some paid products, they will not show you this stuff. But I'm the guy that will show you exactly what I'm doing, and I'll show you in real time. That's why. I'm still new to this, so excuse my dumb questions, lol. So for a pool like USDC Ethereum, do you need to hold both or just one? Well, I'm going to send you, and I got to go soon here, guys, but I'm going to stay on for maybe 10 minutes longer. I say that, but I'll probably be here for another hour. So here's the thing. You don't need to hold USDC and Ethereum. And again, I don't want you guys just to copy this pool, although I think this is the best pool in the market right now for your safety-wise, and that's what I care about. You don't need to hold Solana USDC. So this 1920K pool, I bought Monad and I entered with Monads. And when you do the swap, example, so I have $10 worth of Monads here. So I could enter the range that suits me and I can use Monad. And what will happen is if I drag this across, this is your dollar value, for example, you'll see it's swapping the Monad because this is the gas token because I'm on the Monad chain for Ethereum and USDC. So if you hold Ethereum, if you hold USDC, you then have to bridge it. You then have to make sure you're on the right chain. You then pay this fee. Our goal is not to pay fees. Our goal is to collect fees. So the quickest way to do this pool, if you want to copy this pool, is buy the Monad token, bring the Monad to your Rabbi or your MetaMask, and then use Monad as a native currency and always choose 0.1%. Again, who's giving you this value for free? But you can take it. And then you enter with the Monad, and it'll do the swaps automatically, and then you're in the pool. Again, the beautiful thing about this is not a pool, it's a farm, but it's basically the same thing. The beautiful thing about this is you'll get Ethereum, you'll get USDC, and you'll also get Monad. So you're getting rewarded in Monad right now. And you can see in this pool, I've earned, since I last claimed, which was fucking about an hour ago, $24 in USDC and 0.011, which is $25. And I've also earned $17, 1,000 Monad. So you get a little bonus for being in farms right now, and that's why I'm choosing farms. Hopefully that answers your question. Stablecoin pool worth it with no impermanent loss. You're putting $200 every month. Yeah, it beats the S&P account. A stablecoin pool. You might get 15-20% per year. So you are getting ahead, but you're also, how's the best way to say this? Again, if you do pools like mine, in my opinion, with the ranges I've got, I don't think anybody can argue. And I've explained what happens because they will come out of range, but I've explained what happens, how it doesn't really matter. But your opportunity cost is massive on stablecoin pools. If you have $1 million, yeah, run 200 grand, 300 grand in a stablecoin pool, make 30K a year. But then why would you miss out on opportunity cost? It doesn't make sense. And you say £200 every month. Again, I'm not trying to be rude, but if you're talking about £200 and not £20,000, you really need to fucking play catch up. £200 is not going to do anything. I understand DCA, you're going to get there eventually, but you're going to spend a decade getting to your goal of $1 million or whatever the number is for you. You don't have to spend that long, but it will make you win for sure, and I'll give you a thumbs up on that. But it's just going to take so long. If you were saying you were DCing 5,000, 10,000 pound every month, and you probably said, how can I do that? That's so fucking hard. That's the difference. That's the difference. But again, we're all playing the same game, so I don't care how you get there. You get there how you want to get there, but your opportunity cost is massive on stablecoin pools. Because I would do that right now, and it would be the easiest game ever, but the opportunity cost is just so big. Because again, let's just do the maths. So currently right now, we're making stupid amounts. Like we're making 20% per month. So if you make, let's just say you make 10% in a stablecoin pool of 40 grand, you'd make £400 per month. Fuck. Do you understand? I need to have 400 grand. I need to have 10 times the amount to make less than what I'm making right now. No, sir. Now, if you're a multi-millionaire, absolutely. But you're talking about £200, which would suggest to me that you don't have that. And I'm not a multi-millionaire. And I'm not doing it. So I wouldn't do it. Are you auto-harvesting or auto-compounding? Neither. I am cashing the USDC every single day. And I am collecting USDC. And what I will do is I will buy Ethereum. So much Ethereum at 1,005. I will buy Ethereum if and when, probably when, I hit my 1,500 and some change bottom range. That's what I will do. So right now, I'm not banking Ethereum because Ethereum is going down, and I believe over the next few months, it will continue to go down. So I want to be able to buy more Ethereum with this USDC. So I'm selling the monad, I'm selling Ethereum, all into USDC. That's what I'm doing. Not what you should do, but if you're buying Ethereum now at 2.3, and if and when we get to 1.5, and if not even lower, I can buy almost double the amount of Ethereum that you're buying right now. Why you use Monad and not Base, I want to know. Good question. A lot of guys were saying the same thing to be on my 10K fast track. I didn't know about this pool. So in a couple of days, if this pool is still paying the same, you're going to see me double my APR, make 14 grand per month, make over 100 grand per month on my main pool, and go in this pool. That's why. I did not see this one, and it was not there when I looked for it, or I was blind. That's why. So you really should be doing this one, if I'm being honest. It's got more TVL, it's got better APRs, and it probably has a better range. That's why. But I also don't know how consistent this is. This, although this is not consistent, it's obviously inflated right now, but this has been very consistent for me at about the 100 to 120% APR, which is fucking more than enough for me. I don't know how consistent this is. So I will check this in 2 to 3 days. And if it's still above 200, heck 300, you will see a swap that can be done in 1 second. Absolutely fine. Thank you. Yes, no worries. Hearing that chew, not awesome. Yeah, chew nicotine gum, bro. I'm sorry, bro. If you can't deal with it, I'm really sorry, but I'm sorry. It's not very ethical of me, is it? Or etiquette? I don't know. If you had 10 kilo liquid right now, what would you do with it and where would you put it? I literally just told you. The dollar value doesn't fucking matter. I would do the exact same strategy I'm doing with my 70% wide range pool in Ethereum. Doesn't fucking matter. If I had $1,000, I would do it. If I had $1 million, I would do it. If I had 200 and some change, which I might have in my other portfolio that's basically the same as this pool, I'm doing it. Right now, that's what I would do. But I would also, if you had 10K liquid, again, 10K is great, but go and make yourself another 10K as well. Like, don't stop in a 10K and think you're going to get rich off this overnight. This will get you rich very, 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 very closer than what you were doing in S&P and Bitcoin holding long term. But go and get yourself another 20, 30K. No worries. I did. So if you got 10K, do whatever you did to go and get another 10K, but start funneling that 10K in. If you like this stuff and you believe in this stuff, that's great. But also don't stop the active income. This is passive income, somewhat. You have to touch it, you have to look at it, you have to click a few buttons, but go and get yourself another 10K and keep adding fuel to that fire. And that's how you turn this into a machine. Because imagine you're compounding or stacking USDC, plus you're still having a good job or run your side business, plus funneling this in, changes the game. You really need about 30 to 40K, in my opinion, to change your life. Like, to really change your life, and that's the reason why I have this pool, the 30 to 40K. And this is dollar value, so if it's pounds, it's way less. This is the reason why this portfolio is exactly this size, because this is the amount that you need to change your life, in my opinion. Okay, because I'm not trying to make 1K per month. It's great. It's a great start. The 3 to 4 kind of level, and again, you'll get high months right now where it's making you 7.78K. But this is not average. This is on a good day. In my opinion, you need 3 to 4K per month to start changing your life, to start taking some stress off. So 10K will get you close, but go and get yourself another 10, 20K. But start now. Yeah, repeat question. It doesn't annoy me, bro, because I got nothing better to do. Like, I answer the same questions all the time, and I'll do a stream. I won't do a stream in the UK. This will be my last UK stream, but I'll do a stream like this in Thailand. I don't mind the questions, man, because some guys need, like, you think I used to be a personal trainer, right? And people would say, well, why do you need a personal trainer, right? You shouldn't need a personal trainer if it's like once you know your diet, once you know how to hit chest on Monday, if you're trying to do bodybuilding, arms on Tuesday, legs and back or whatever, right? Well, you don't need a personal trainer after 1 week. You should be done. But people need told multiple times and they need to be reminded to do this. Like if you have a dog, and I'm not comparing you guys to dogs, right? But if you have a dog, right, and he pees on the carpet, if you tell him too late, he's not going to remember, but it takes like 10, 20, 30 days of him peeling on the carpet for you to tell him off and him for not to get a biscuit, for him to learn the lesson, right? For him to understand that this is bad, that I don't get rewarded, I don't get a walk if I pee on the carpet, if I could just hold it. That's why, right? People need reminded and people need motivated to do this. So, yes, I'm telling my dog to stop peeing. He's not listening. I've told some of the same guys that I told a month ago to do this and the same things, but I don't get pissed off about it because eventually you guys will take action and that's a win-win. That sounded like I was comparing some of the guys that were answering the same questions to dogs. It's not, but that's the best way in my mind. You understand what I mean? So no, if it helps you make money, that's all I care about. It doesn't fucking matter. And more guys I get here about DeFi, I'm going to answer the same questions. It doesn't fucking matter. Even in my paid stuff, you know, we give all our guys an onboarding call. Most guys, believe it or not, have the same portfolios. There's obviously some shit coins, some good coins, but most people have the same stuff. And it's the same onboarding call basically every single time, just with a different dollar value, but that dollar value doesn't matter. And we do it all day. I've done an onboarding call every single day for the last 2 weeks. Every single day. It's been the same call. It's been the same questions. And I'm probably going to do that because for the rest of my life. And I could not be happier. So YouTube is a little bit different. We can get a little bit loose. It's not as one-to-one, but we can still get the questions answered. Because you guys aren't paying to be here. You're just paying with your time. So, like, you know, you guys should get your questions answered for. Everybody wants to charge you for this stuff. Like, this free stuff is better than people's paid stuff, in my opinion. Because I've seen the paid stuff in this stuff. It's not that good. If you don't choose to auto compound, how do you collect the rewards? Again, dog, stop peeing. We went over this, but I'll tell you again. So it's called harvest, right? So you have compound. You have compound, which means, for an example, I have earned $70 in this pool, 104. So let's just say I want to compound. So what it does is it takes this 70 and it adds it back into this 19.2. So it'll be 70, it'll be 19.290. It'll add it to here. And the more liquidity I have, that's why I said to that guy, you got yourself 10K, that's fucking amazing. Get yourself 20, 30 and start pools so you can keep the money flowing, right? So that's that. You have exit, which is obviously exit. We're not here to exit. Or you have harvest. VFAT likes to use the word harvest. Some platforms will say collect. Harvest, it's just a little cute kind of tractor. If I was to collect harvest, which I am doing, to bank that USDC, which you can see here, I'll click this. It's going to open my MetaMask or Rabi, whatever you used, and it's going to collect those fees. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me, currently right now, 25 and some change of USDC. It's going to give me 26.9, but it's going to give me the Ethereum, and it's going to give me, give or take, this much. And my personal strategy right now is I'm selling these two assets to just get the USDC, and I'm collecting the $70 in USDC, okay, to buy me more Ethereum when I want to buy. Look, as we make this video, guys, we're printing real money, Okay, look at the APR. The APR has just dropped down to 43%, right? And this is what I said. Some guys might have entered pools and they see 43% when we were at 244 3 seconds ago, right? This will spike back up. You have to remember that you're paid on volatility. So right now for this split minute or 5 minutes, look, boom, it's now at 236, right? For that split second, there was no fucking money going in and boom, you're right back. That's what I'm saying. So you cannot be worried if you see 236 on this YouTube video and you go and set this pool up in a week or two and you might see 46, you might see 76. You have to understand that it changes. You're paid on volume. How many people are buying? How many people are selling? Okay? You just seen that. It was at 46%, and in less than 30 seconds, as I was saying, it was going to kick in. You're right back where you started. But again, this is too high. You're not going to see this. You might see this tomorrow, but you're not going to see this when a little chill kind of happens, right? But you are going to see me make dollars every single second. Not every single second, but you get the point. Okay. No worries. Like, how are you collecting USDC? I just told you. I literally just told you, bro. Harvest, selling Ethereum, selling the monad, goes to my MetaMask, just swapping it in the wallet, done. I've chewed so much nicotine gum I can relate. I got the 4 MGs. I've stopped the snus because it was, I don't know. So I'm now on these. I do like the nicotine patches. So that shit's like fucking Adderall. I've never tried Adderall, but that's what I've been told. You stick them on, you're fucking gone. What website is out on the screen? It's VFAT. Does the setup work for a $50 pool? Yes, it does, but do that as a test. But if $50 is all you have another problem. The pools are not going to be your problem. You have an income problem. So go and get yourself another $1,050 and you'll be fine. But you can set up this with a $50 pool. You're going to make the same APY if you copy my ranges and you copied the thing, but you're going to get paid fuck all on $50. But that's fine. You started and you're making a percent of the $50. Because there's guys in my community, bro, that make 70, 80,000. Not most people. My goal for most people in my group is to get the average to $10,000 per month. I'd say with some of the big guys, we're close to that, but we've got some small guys with portfolios that are on their way. They're just testing this out and then they'll start to deploy. But there's guys out there, bro, making 80, 90K. And probably today, if this range and APY stayed at this, more than 6 figures per month. So it's all relative, bro. It's all relative. I have 4 pills now. Nice. Good morning. Does this work with SPX6900? I will tell you. Again, who will tell you this information for free? Nobody. I know it does, but I'm going to say not to do it, to be honest, and you should know why. Did I spell that right? No. Let me show you. Why is there so many? You see all these warning flags? Fuck. There's $0 in here. I know it will. You would just have to find the right one. There's just so many fake SPX 500s. But I know that's a Solana-based coin, and you can do it against Solana. I just wouldn't do it. It's going to be so volatile. You're going to be making a bunch of APY for a day or 2 days or maybe 10 days, but you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to have a good time. Yeah, XRP bills can be bad. I don't say they're bad, bro. Are they bad? There's an XRP USDT one, 49% range, paying 168%. That's not bad. I'd make this way wider at 90, 100%. I'll probably get still paid 80%. That's not bad. There's an Ethereum XRP pool here. That's way too tight, but it is against asset to asset. XRP pools are not bad. They're just not as monetizable because XRP is hard to monetize. That's why you see wrapped versions. XRP pools are not bad. They're just not as good as what I have on screen. And they shouldn't be as good, right? Because XRP is like, it doesn't have a chain. It's hard to monetize, but they are still good, bro. Like XRP USDT, again, I would make this 30% wider. I'm still getting more than 10% per month. That's pretty fucking good in my opinion. Haha, chill, Zach. I'll put Olive Branch out. You should invest 10K into Melania coin. Seems like it'd be a good fit for you. Okay. Class in session. 21.0. Is that dollar value I'm giving or losing? I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, bro. I really just don't understand. Is doing pools through VFAT extra risk comparing to directly connecting to the pools? Honestly, no, because you're really not doing pools on VFAT, although you kind of are. What I don't like about VFAT, here's the pros and cons of VFAT. Everything is a pro. There's only one con with VFAT. It glitches so hard in these markets, right? So I used to run a lot of pools off Uniswap because I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, I'll go and find all, but then I had pools on Uniswap, then I had pools on Aerodrome Finance, and then I had pools on PancakeSwap, and it just became fucking annoying. Like VFAT for most of your coins, again, the SPX guy, that'll be Orica, the SUI guys, that'll be Turbo Finance or Cirrus. That's fine, that's different. But most of you guys are going to be on VFAT, and it's just nice how you can have like all your pools just chilling here. And I'm pretty sure VFAT don't charge you anything. They must make a cut of something. I don't know. It must be so small. But I'll pay that convenience fee because I don't want to go to Uniswap and then I have to have Uniswap in one tab. I want to see all my pools in one thing. There's no risk. There's no risk in VFAT. I don't think VFAT there's only risk is your wallet, bro. I don't think VFAT have ever had a hack. I think I Googled this 3 or 4 weeks ago. But the only way you can lose is if somebody hacks your wallet or you invest in a bad asset. Like I've used VFAT for years and years and years. Uniswap has been around for longer, but like it's just too complicated, man. Or I just like all my shit in one place. Like for me personally, I have 2 laptops. It's a little bit over the top for some people, but if you want to start playing big, and obviously I run a YouTube channel and I have to show certain pools and I don't want to show other pools because you guys copy everything, which is fine. So I'd rather you just copy. If you're going to copy, you might as well copy the safe stuff that you'll win for sure, as long as you don't go tight range. So I have 2 laptops. I have 2 different wallets, and they're all in one thing. All my pools right now are currently VFAT. I got the big portfolio on the other laptop. I got the Thailand portfolio here, and it's so easy to manage. If I had 2 laptops, and then I've got Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aerodrome, and then the same for this one, it's like 612 compared to just 4. So that's why. I want that 10K. 10K is not a lot. Do you think taking a loan in my bank, it's a good idea? If you say no, I will do it anyway. What the fuck, bro? What if I say yes? Snowball to 100K? Yeah, perfect. I use a lot of nicotine spray. Oh, I've seen that in Morrison's. Never tried it. Yeah, I might try that. I double my money in XRP. The minimum price and maximum price, what do you represent? The money I'm willing to spend, the minimum maximum gain. Yes, so you're not understanding, bro, and that's absolutely okay. Again, I'm going to say this one more time because I do have to go. It's been 30 minutes since I said it, 10 minutes. But I will try and answer all questions. The problem is we're getting so many questions. Okay. So my range is not your range. This pool, my minimum range, you'll see price in Ethereum, always go price in USDC because this doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to price Ethereum and USDC to set my range. It's a 70% range. I've talked about how I win here. My top of the range is 3.1. I'll cash out. Absolute fantastic. I'm on to the next pool. But really what's going to happen, in my opinion, is we're going to get close to this 1.5. I'm going to make so much money that's not even going to make a difference. I'm going to start buying with the fees, the Ethereum. But what you're asking is your ranges, right? So I don't know about your XRP stuff, like what you talked about. You just replace this with XRP. So my bottom range is 1.5 and my top range is 3.1. And I have it drawn out here. And my goal is to print so much Ethereum monad in USDC. But again, I'm just taking the USDC. And I will buy so much Ethereum here. This pool will come out of range for maybe a couple months. If we do get that low, we probably won't, but if we do, that's fine. I'll leave that, and once it comes back in range, I'll start printing again, and I'll use all the USDC to buy Ethereum and Bitcoin if and when we get there. And we might just start bouncing around, but you can probably see that this range is wider than your range here. This is your range, or this is most people's range. Not the right way. This is the range you want. Okay? Hopefully that made sense, Trank Phantom 540. If it didn't, I'll try again. But that's really... What do you think of Crystal DeFi? I used to use Crystal. You can connect it, you can track it, but it just becomes... It's almost like a... There's a reason why I bought the WAP. I could have bought a Fitbit. I could have bought an Apple Watch. But like sometimes less is more. Like Apple Watch, probably great. You can do more stuff, but I don't want notifications. I don't want to know exact numbers. I just want to know if this is calculating my sleep. I don't want a screen. Okay, I could look at Crystal. I could start looking at all the numbers. I just want to know if I made a fuck ton of money. That's it. So that's the reason why. Done quite a bit, but alive. XRP is elite. Okay. Sorry I woke up late. 60K. Yep. Thanks for all the info, Jake. Have a good flight. Thank you, brother. Yes, thank you. All right. I'm going to answer a few more questions. And then I need to go. What I would say, if you enjoyed this video, before we start wrapping up, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some free value. For the guys that want to take it seriously, here's my plug. Book a free call. You absolutely don't need to. But if you do want to take it seriously, a couple of guys before, you can do that. And my guys will only make you an offer if we can help and they know exactly what kind of portfolios and what kind of guy we can help with. Because even if you have a huge portfolio, and honestly, we just don't like you, no offense, but if you just act, I hate working with egotistical people, although people say I am, but like, it's important that you guys make your investment back, plus make hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. And if we don't think you can do that because you're lazy, we won't accept you. But in the meantime, take all the free fucking value. That's all I really care about. Hi. Why is the market down today? Why is the market down today? Why is the market down today? This is you, bro. This is you. That, you know, when you say that, that's how I imagine you are. That's how you look, bro. That's how you look, bro. That's how you look when you ask that question. You're sitting there and your $200 just went down to $100. I'm sorry, bro. You want to be on this side. Okay? The market's down today because the market is down today. We don't get to decide, but we get to decide how we want to play the market and become this guy. Okay? We don't care if the market's down today because your mum went too high. Yes. Mum jokes. Sorry, Salsa, your mum went too high. It's maybe she'll figure it out. Maybe an API 3 example. What is that? You see, I'm so unfamiliar with like coins these days because all I care about is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Like, what is this? I'll have a look. You better be asking about pools because I'm not talking about prices, bro. Let's have a look. Nothing. Nada. Sorry, bro. Oh, there you go. Doesn't make sense, right? Here's why. You got one here paying nothing. Wow, that's a wide range, though. Hold on a minute. Let me fucking make that make sense. Let me just make this make sense. Okay, there you go. Again, this is maybe a 2-type range. I don't know what this is, to be honest. You could do a 40% range. Again, if I'm doing Ethereum, 70% range. On Ethereum, I probably wouldn't suggest to do 40% range. But I found a pool here, 40% range. It's good APR. It's better than nothing, but it's still pretty shit if we're being honest. This one doesn't have a lot of TVL. Again, I would choose this one. This is against Ethereum. That's your best bet. But honestly, I would rather you just have Ethereum. Like I talked about with the HBAR guys, use that Ethereum and USDC and Monad to sell that. Or if you're using the base ecosystem with the Pancake Swap token, use that to buy more API 3. You'll make more. You'll be less stressful. And you'll just win. Guaranteed. Because API 3, I don't fucking know what that is, bro. I appreciate the free info. I'm here to learn. Amazing. I understand now. This is awesome. Haha, you don't know how. Which platform do you use? God damn it. VFAT. WNXM is the one. I guarantee it's not, but hopefully it works out for you. Does anyone use Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid for what? Why do you have the Ethereum pools on Monads? Great question. The reason is I should have the Ethereum. I've lost the fucking, where is it? I want to go back, see if I can find it. I'm not going to be able to find it. So there's a better one on base chain right now with the Pancake Swap token that's paying almost double. But the reason I have it on Monad chain is just because at the time when I opened those pools, it was paying the best. That's the reason why. But if I was to encourage you, not that I would encourage you, you should maybe do the one on base chain because it's paying double. It's the same token. You sell in the pancake swap anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I just don't know how consistent that is because when I checked, I couldn't find it. Maybe I was blind, but I couldn't find it. So that's why. We already answered that. My God. SPX 6900. Yes, you can probably find it on Orica. But again, you're the guy asking why the market's down today. So, bro, just do yourself a favor. Like, number one, send me the SPX and I'll liquidate it immediately and put it in my Ethereum pool. That would be the best bet. Number two, you're going to do that on the real. You're going to do an SPX pool. You're going to do a 10% range. You're going to make so much money in one day, and then you're going to be out of range on Solana to the downside, and you're just going to fucking say DeFi is a scam. So just send me the SPX, and I'll do the liquidation for you, bro. Don't worry. Like, honestly, like, you're in a terrible asset. You're in a terrible asset, and I guarantee you're going to do tight-ass ranges, or you're going to have no idea. So, honestly, just sell the SPX for Ethereum or Bitcoin, and just play the long game. But, you know, who's to say it can't work out, bro? But I've just seen it. Here's the thing where I tell you this. I say that to be a little bit cheeky, but I say that to be cheeky as like your big brother to try and like teach you a lesson. Everybody that does meme coins, especially right now, is getting wrecked, and they wish they never did it, and they wish they just did a pool like this. I've seen it so many times, and I've seen it from paying clients. Everybody likes a free bet. My guys have free bets from their main pools. That's fine, but they all just wish they did pools like this. And these are guys with hundreds of thousands of dollars in fucking crypto. They wish they just did this. And they can take all the free bets they want. And I guarantee you'll have less than $10,000 in SPX, probably less than $1,000, probably less than $100. It's not going to work for you, bro. But be my guest. Try it out. I'm going to answer one more question, then I have to go. But this has been a good stream. I really hopefully you guys got some value. I've been here for 2 hours. I'm fucking late as fuck, but I will answer one more question. And it has to be a good question. It has to be a really good question. So if you want your question to stick out, it needs to be good. It really needs to be good. But we've had a lot of good questions. So hopefully you guys can go and watch a replay of this. Because I guarantee I've answered every single question with DeFi here 10 times. Probably more. I know it doesn't sicken me. It's good because I know where I was. If I was watching a video like this saying, how is this guy, printing fucking $200 per day of a 40k pool, and I'm sitting on 40k just losing money. Like, how is that possible? And I'll be asking those questions. So if I can do that service for you that I wish somebody did to me, that's all I can ask. And then maybe one day you can give this to somebody else, your brother, your friend, although you should never get family members involved in crypto, maybe just somebody that you don't know. Or maybe you write a Twitter article about it. If I can give it to you and it works for you, go and share that to somebody else. That's all I ask. So many questions. So many. How much lower do you think the market will crash? I think Bitcoin's got a great chance of going to $60,000, $55,000, and I couldn't be more happier when that happens. My HODL portfolio will be in the toilet, but you're going to see my portfolio in pools. By then, you're going to see me have so much stable coins on the side, mark my words, and I'm doing it right now in real time. Okay? And I want you guys to do this with me, not in my pools, in your own pools that make sense for you. You're going to see in real time the most legendary fucking pool positions of your life. So I think Bitcoin will go sub 60K, and I don't see how we're not going to go to $50,000. I don't see how that's not an option. And I couldn't be more happier. Can you give us a minimum setting to start printing money with $100? It doesn't fucking matter, bro. You've missed the point. Again, it's all love. I understand you're new here. Like, it's all about $100 is $100. How much APR are you getting per month for your range? So if we were just to do the maths, okay, and you were to just copy me, not that you should, but you're going to copy me anyways, okay? So right now, I don't know if you're doing this wide-ass fucking range and you're making, this is more than 10% per month, but let's just do the maths. Let's just say it is 10% per month. Well, guess how much you're going to make in your first month of dollar value? Guess. You're going to make $10. And you're going to be like, Jake, this is a fucking scam. It's all relative. You know? It's all relative. If you get 40K in this game, you make 6.4K. Right? If you have $100, you make $10. That's just the levels it is. So you need to ask yourself not how much I'm going to make off $100. You need to say, how can I go and get 100, 1,000 more of these $100 bills? That's what you need to do. You don't have a pool problem. You have an income problem. You have an income problem. So go and get a job. We all have to do there. Get a job. We've been there. We've done that. I've had multiple shitty jobs, but I knew where that was going. It was going to learn skills. It was going to lose money and just learning these skills, but I knew eventually it would start to scale. So if you have $100, don't be fucking starting pools. Start there for fun if you want, but you're not going to make any fucking money. You're going to make money, but you're not going to make any money. Just go and get yourself a job. Go and get yourself a job. That's what you need to do. Because me telling you to start a pool with $100, it's not going to help you, and you're probably going to be annoyed with me because you're going to be asking, why did I make $8 to $10 this month? And you made off your Thailand portfolio $6,000. And you made off your, bigger portfolio $40,000. How did I only make $10? Because you have an income problem. That's the problem. So go and get yourself a job. I am risking a little bit more with pools right now because I am stuck with $7,000 down from $70,000. Yeah, you lost $63,000 by being a hodl portfolio and probably shit coins, and maybe you had some strong blue chip coins as well. But that's the problem with hodl portfolios, man. Again, I'm fucking here, bro. $73,000. It's a hodl portfolio. This was at 1.3 million at the peak. But guess how much I have in fucking pools and cash flow being built in real time. This will eventually come back. Absolutely. The top 1 to top 4 coins will come back. HBAR, Solana, maybe. I think Solana's fine. Bitcoin, Ethereum, okay, guaranteed. In my opinion. Guess how much more I'm going to have when this market does rebound? Because the hard work I'm doing today, and it's not even hard, man. You just have to know what you're doing. That's the difference. So, yeah, get yourself in pools. You got 7, you're down 63 on paper. I don't know if you sold and realized that loss, but you got a lot of work to do. Goat content, no worries, brother. Start with $1,000. There you go. I mean, the more is the better, but I would rather you start with $100 and learn, because if you can make $10 a month off 1,000, off 100, you can make $100 a month off 1,000. You can make $1,000 a month off 10,000 if those maths are making sense for your APR and pills. It's just mathematics. So now you're asking the right questions. Start with 100, look at it for 4 to 7 days, and then add the 1,000 once you're happy. That's what you need to do. That's a better start. Thanks for all you do, no worries. How about $500,000? $500,000 what, bro? $500,000 what? $500,000 what? $500,000 what? What do you mean? Look at Ethereum right now. We're touching 2.4K. Everybody's pools that were at 2.4K bottom are about to be cashed out to Ethereum, which is not a problem. But again, you can see where my fucking bottom range is. We chilling. Now these pools will get cashed out eventually, but I'll still hold the Ethereum. And then it'll eventually come back in range. But you're going to see a lot more of these range pools come into play here. And this is my baby. I want to multiply this by 2 to 3 in the next 1 month. And you're going to see in real time. But it's not going to happen overnight, guys. It takes time. It takes time. Thank you. No worries. All right, one more question. Legit one more question. How can you sleep so comfortably with so much money in a hot wallet? I'll give you... Okay, this is the last question. I'll give you the real. I have 6 bank accounts with all different... 5 bank accounts, 6 bank accounts. And the legal limit in the UK is £85,000 for you to be insured. I think they just raised that to over 100 or 110. But it used to be for a very long time, £85,000. Now, they did just raise it. I'm familiar with that. All my bank accounts don't go over £85,000 because I'm so scared of a bank run. I sleep better knowing that I'm in control of my MetaMask Rabbi wallet. I don't sleep better when it's in a fucking exchange. If I had all this money in exchange right now, even the Coinbases, I know, bro, they're going to give me bullshit. They're going to be slow. They're going to be laggy right now. They're not going to go down. But what if you had all your money in FTX? FTX was a safe platform until it wasn't. Okay? You're not going to hack my MetaMask. You're not going to hack it. It's bulletproof. And if you do, you deserve the money in my MetaMask and my VFAT pools if you hack it. You're not going to come to my house, pull up a gun on me. I'm still not going to give you it. It'll be a 1v1. It'll be winner takes all. You can take it. You're going to die, or I'm going to die. So you can't hack my MetaMask. And if you do, you deserve it. I don't feel safe with the banks in the UK. I don't feel safe with most exchanges. I don't feel safe in anything bar my hot wallets. So, but that's only because I've done the security. If you're not safe with this, let's say you start to scale up pools, like you're always going to have that in the back of your mind. Oh, I need to take this money out, but then you don't have liquidity to print more money because you're scared of somebody hacking your MetaMask or Rabby. Like, you're never going to scale because you're scared in case somebody hacks it. So that's how I can sleep. I sleep so comfortably knowing it's in my wallets. My wallets are right in front of you. It doesn't fucking matter. You could take my wallet. You could take my laptop from behind me right now. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the seed phrase. It's in my head. That's the difference. Who US is 250k, bro? LALNAH. You're not speaking English, bro. You're not speaking English. You're fucking having a spaz syndrome on your keyboard. You're writing some bullshit, bro. Whole US is 250k. You got to spell, bro. You got to learn how to spell. So I'll give you one more chance to ask that question again, and then I gotta go. It's been a great stream, though. It's been a fantastic stream. Hopefully, you guys got a lot of value, and hopefully, if you do set up some pools, not that you should copy my pools. Do your own research. Go on VFAT. Find the assets you like. Yeah, that's true. Why didn't you just type that the first time? You were just fucking writing bullshit. So yeah, 250k, exactly. So that's what's fucking bullshit, right? The UK did increase theirs to believe 120 or 110, but it was 85k for a long time. And you USA guys can have 4 bank accounts and 4 different things. You have $1 million. We have to have 10 with 100k. Now I know UK is worth more than USA, so it's about 770k is like $1 million. You guys get way more insurance than us. It's fucking bullshit. 85k is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. And I know that might seem unfathomable to some of you guys, and that's fine. I can understand that, because I used to be like that guy. If I just said that right now, and I was watching this when I was just getting started out, I'm like, fuck this guy, 85k is loads. It's not, bro. It's really not. But once you can get there, you'll start to understand, and you will all get here. I promise you that. You'll all get there, and you're like, fuck, 85k here is not a lot, and then I've got 85k here. Like, you need your money diversified, because you never know. Bank run does happen. And imagine if I have £1 million in one bank account, and they can only pay me 100k back. Where's my 900k? So that's how I can sleep well. And it's just relative, bro. Me saying that is going to piss somebody off, and that's fine. It would have pissed me off 5-10 years ago. Absolutely. Or it's going to motivate you. It's either one or the other. But it's not a lot of money. 85k, it's not a lot of money, bro. But it's a great start that you can use in something like this, or take some bets on yourself, and you can really multiply that. I promise you that. No worries. God bless you too. I am from India. That makes a lot of sense. India. Yeah. Good luck. Love how you ignored my comment on Tangem. Classic. Where was your comment, bro? Do you understand how many comments I've got, and how many, I never ignore anybody's comment. You could write, Jake, you are a scammer. I will still address the comment. I do not ignore comments. Do you understand how many comments I've got, bro? Do you understand? I did not ignore your comment. So again, answer. This will be the last question. Realisten1239, please ask your question again. Instead of asking a question about how I ignored the question, which I didn't, you could have just asked the question. I would have answered the question right now. I do not ignore comments. Nowhere, unless you're being super, super rude, of course. But we're all grown-ups here. We're all past that state, hopefully. So I'm not going to ignore your question. So Realisten1239, please ask your question again. But I cannot see a question on Tangem. If you're meaning Telegram, you're probably getting questioned by a scammer, because I'm not on Telegram. So ask your question again. I will answer the question. Thanks, Ken. No worries. What do you say when the bank says where the money came from? And there's many ways to do it. You either pay your taxes or you don't. You should probably pay them, but there's many loopholes you can do that I don't do. But you should probably pay your taxes. And honestly, they won't ask. If you're a small guy right now, they won't ask for a while. But you should pay your taxes, of course. But at least now you'll have taxes to fucking worry about than everybody that was having tax problems at 2025 at the start, thinking the 4-year cycle was going to be the best blow in their life, and they just made paper losses. So all those guys, I said this at the start, especially with dropshipping as well, we're going to have to pay so much taxes, oh my God. And then they never made any fucking money. So having tax problems is a good thing, because at least you made some damage on the board. Great content, bro. Happy travels, no worries. Resistance1239, I'm still waiting for your question on Tangem. Give me the question. I'm ready for the question, bro. You're keeping us all up. You're keeping me from eating my dinner. Give me the question on Tangem. I'm literally not ignoring you. I'm giving you the opportunity to type on your keyboard. And you're not asking the question. Been watching you since 2022. Appreciate your help. No worries, man. Thanks, King. Yeah, hopefully this was a good stream, man. Really just nitty gritty, down to full what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and how you can do it if you decide to do so. That's a lot better. I guarantee if I go on YouTube right now and filter by all the YouTubers that you guys all like to watch, they're telling you to panic sell or panic buy the dip. We don't do that on this channel. We're fucking done from that. We're done from that. We buy regardless of the price, and we're creating income. Because I guarantee all those guys that told you to buy X coin 1 month ago, 2 months ago, you wish you never bought it. And they'll just keep saying, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. And then maybe one of them does well and they'll say, I told you so. What if that wasn't the one you bought? I'm waiting for Resistance1239. I'm waiting for your Tangem question, but you're not answering. Okay, there you go. Not a question. It's a factual statement. MetaMask is easily hacked. Only use Tangem. That's not true. That's literally not true. So you're wrong. I probably have your whole net worth plus your family's net worth in just one MetaMask wallet right now. So that's not true. It's only, but on the real, it's only hacked if you're going to let it get hacked. It's not easily hacked. That's not true. If you don't click on any links and never give away your seed phrase, it's not easily hacked. If the only thing I do is log on pools on this example to show you, and then I'll log off. There's no links. It's not easily hacked, bro. That's bullshit. It sounds like you got a bad taste with MetaMask. And it sounds like you're a very angry boy. And again, only trust Tangem, only trusted storage for crypto. Again, you're just watching your portfolio now bleed in real time. So, sorry, bro. But I've had my MetaMask on my other computer for 5 years. Nothing's happened. When you set up a meeting with your DeFi liquidity pools, do you take a look at the current portfolio and give the recommendations of what we do? Have a safe flight. Yeah, so that's exactly what we do. I'll show you exactly what we do, right? So, again, I give you this value for free so you don't have to buy, but if you want that one-to-one help, you can do that if you want. So, I'm going to try and not dox anybody's information here. I'm going to try. Where can I find a good one? I literally track all the calls I do because okay, here's this guy. This guy had 130k pounds, 175k, and this was obviously a lot of talking, but like it's a custom framework. Okay, so this is like if you want to go a step further, you guys don't have to, but if you want that custom framework and you want to be held accountable, that's why you would buy, or you would just come here and learn for free. So you really don't have to buy, bro. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, it is custom walkthrough if you want. But again, don't come in with under a 5k portfolio. It's not going to make sense for you. And I don't want guys under a 5k portfolio. Take it for free. Go and build up to that because it's hard for me to get you excited about making $500 per month. And that might sound great. But I want you to get back the product price as fast as possible. And people like Liam can get back the product in literally a short amount of time. Have a safe flight. No worries. I got so many questions. When you say GG, what does that mean? Remember we used to play like Call of Duty as a kid? You would say good game. So it's like, if I say GG, it can be like good game, see you later. So I've always said it, and then Parker, I think I put it in his mind. Now he says GG. So GG is like good game, see you later. Or like GG, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Steve Stavern Green answered it for me. Yeah, good game. You never said GG before? You play zombies and it was like time to go to bed. Your mum's fucking banging on the door saying, fucking time to bed, son. Alright, GG, bro. See you tomorrow at school. Never done that. Maybe a UK thing. But it's never left me. So I've always said GG. when I end this call, I'll say GG guys. GG. GG. What a great stream. Here 2 hours. I got to go and pack my bags. The next time I see you, I'll be in Thailand. I'm going to give you a Brucey bonus, by the way. So obviously we're doing the Thailand masterclass for the guys. We lost money in the Thailand thing, by the way, which is crazy. I paid $14,500. So I paid double the price because of the season. I totally fucked up there. Me and Parker did, but it is what it is. So I am going to, one of the talks I do in Parker does, we will release those to YouTube. Obviously you won't get like the custom bit, but I'm going to record some of the talks I do that go in this portfolio. So you guys will get that for free on YouTube. Nobody else will give you that. They'll fucking sell you that. I'm going to give you that for free. So you got that to look forward to. But that's a long way away. That's like 20, 30 days away. So some of you guys should be in pills by then. But yeah, I've got a lot of content coming out. In Thailand, of course, me and Parker are going to be grinding content, grinding pills. So I'll be in the studio again. And I won't be wearing all the guys that say, why is he wearing tank tops? I can't wait for those guys to come back. The tank top guys. This guy just wears Gymshark and his fake Rolex. I can't wait for those comments to come back. I have to say goodbye to the Lamborghini though. Not that it's leaving the house. It will be at the house, but it's going to be sad not to drive that fucking Urus. That's a fun car. So I'll see that baby in a month and a half. And then it'll be Vegas. We'll be back in Vegas for the Bitcoin conference. If you guys are there, give us a message. Not in a weird way, but me, Parker, and some of my group as well will be in the 10K fast track. And we'll shake hands with you. We'll shake hands with you. No worries at all. And with all that being said, so many questions. GG boys. Go and watch this back. Share this with a friend. But at least